everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a thrice weekly campaign set in the beautiful, wonderful world of Imea. We are here with our lovely crew for our Friday night, the Unearthed Arcanum. Please, everybody, take a look at your camera, pick up that hand, wave, and say hi.
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 Look at you guys. You nailed it. Awesome. It's going to be a good day. Cool. So just a couple things before we get into our tonight's rigmarole. We are going to talk about some things that we have coming up for the channel. So first things first, for anyone who has or has not seen the Candela Obscura playtest that we did, that is known as Shadows of the North Shore. It's set in a homebrew setting. I kind of changed some things around to 1900s Edwardian era Salem, Massachusetts. But still in that same sort of like cosmic horror vein, using that Candela Obscura system. So it was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in checking that out, please check that out. It is in the YouTube link, and we have a couple of people who were in it. Oh, I'm getting good at doing the opposite game. I'm getting good. Yeah. So please feel free to check that out. But even if, either way, whether you check it out or not, we have a new campaign that is just beginning to kind of collect its players to be able to run a full Candela Obscura campaign, technically called Shadows of the North Shore campaign. So if you're interested in being a player in that, I will include the link in the live chat. So please take a look at that. And if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask me privately on the Start Playing on there, or you can ask in the live chat. That's totally fine too. So we have that. Also, on top of this, we decided that 3 campaigns going on at exactly the same time, the exact same world, was too easy. We're going to add a 4th very, very soon. So we're also looking for players for that. So if you were interested in joining the world of Imea in a place that is further south than South Imea, a place that is now being called the Isles. It was the Islands, but I made the Isles because that sounds cooler.
Does.
Cooler.
But yeah, very, very cool setting that I've been working on and creating with myself and a few other players that will be joining, and some of you guys as well. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, we will also include that link as well as we are doing the recap, but just want to give you guys a heads up on that. And lastly, I don't know if you guys know this, but in a week, a little over a week, yeah, just a little bit over a week, my favorite season is coming because it starts in October for me. It's Halloween. So we're coming up on Halloween, which means that we had to have a very cool Halloween one shot, and it actually worked just in time for the we'll say it's pretty much almost released. It's pretty dang close. I will say, as far as the playtest stuff is all done, so we're able to play through it full. Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt. I've been looking up how much I can talk about this on this, and that's been an open sort of subject on that. But we are running a one shot for Steinhardt's Guide. Excuse me, not a one shot, a drop in, drop out campaign. So going from levels 2 to 12, so running probably all the way until the end of December. So if you're interested in joining on that for 1 session, 2 sessions, all the sessions, we'll have 2 different groups that are going on. That'll be on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you're interested in jumping in on that, I would say, I guess I can probably pull up that link as well. I'll make sure I have that ready, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll say, I believe, Kiki, you're doing the recap, so feel free to talk slow as I have to pull up all those links for that. Yeah, and I think, guys, am I forgetting anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, so I'll say, without further ado, as I'm pulling that stuff together, Kiki, if you could let us know where the Unearthed Arcanum are thus far.
So, last week, despite being half party, we made it through. We started on the beach where we left off the week prior, where Siobhan had Falco pinned to the ground, and everyone saw the lovely red tiefling. And also saw the emergence of a more happy, playful side of Siobhan. Falco met the group and was introduced, kind of inferred that Yori was her son. Was not her son, clearly. After some formal introductions, Gwyn going to rescue Io from his stupor at the statue, with a crazy high roll to get past whatever barrier was keeping us back. We eventually make our way back to the bar, Mistelia's bar. There, we have a nice conversation with Falco. Talk a little bit about the voice. There's a lot of lore, so I'm going to try to keep it in order. If I'm out of order, we'll survive. So Falco explained in Dare's Wharf there are a number of gangs that Siobhan had worked with, that the Crystal Fangs broke up about 8 weeks ago. Didn't really broke up, got taken over by Siobhan's old friend Hadrian about 8 weeks ago. Around the same time, Siobhan's husband was murdered and her daughter was kidnapped, interestingly. And the Red Thorns were also taken over by Hadrian. Hadrian's Burning Rose is the gang. And they referred to Hadrian's Silver Tongue as the master behind all of these hostile takeovers. Or not hostile, not so sure yet. He is also engaged to a member of the Violet Sisters who happens to look a lot like Siobhan's human form, Kara, which means he will likely take over the Violet Sisters soon as well. So it looks like he is not only rising in the ranks in Dare's Wharf, but taking over all of the criminal underground of Dare's Wharf. Falco explained that they left the Fangs about 8 weeks ago when they broke up, and went to Hasamal very briefly. While they were in Hasamal, there was an uprising against the Roar, and they worked with a group called the Old Moon. Apparently the battle was lost.
Pale Moon. Pale Moon.
Okay. The Pale Moon. Let me change all my notes. The Pale Moon. The battle was lost, but Falco left before that, kind of reading the writing on the wall. They made their way back down through Celeste, headed to Eriscar. At that point, the conversation kind of swayed into talking about Tal's voice. Falco says that there were riots throughout Dare's Wharf in reference to the voice, the people rising against the established powers. There were looters, rioters, a bit of chaos everywhere. They talked a bit about Kara's disappearance 7 years ago, where Falco explained that Hadrian came back with crocodile tears, claiming that she had stolen something valuable and ran off and abandoned him. And then Siobhan explained how he had burned her and left her for dead. Around this point in the conversation, Nalani spots 2 kobolds in a trench coat in the corner. We continue the conversation moving past that fact. Siobhan asks about her husband's murders 8 weeks ago and how they correlate to the rise of power. She kind of leaned into Gwyn, insinuating it might have been a Fae deal. Potentially, maybe. We don't know. Siobhan has an awkward moment where she's trying not to be jealous, and it's very interesting. There's a lot of notes. They talk about heading to Eriscar, and Kara, not Siobhan, she's in Kara's form at this point, kind of sways her group to head upstairs because she wants to reveal to them everything about her life, who she is and what she is, but not in public. So we leave Nalani and Io downstairs to deal with the captains of the ship we're supposed to go on. So we all head upstairs. Nalani leads, rather unsuccessfully, a conversation with the captain, who's not actually going to be our captain, as they try to discuss passage on a ship to Dare's Wharf. Upstairs, Siobhan, Kara shows Falco who she is, what she is, explains everything about her daughter, her husband, the fact that she worked with the police in Eriscar, and Falco might not want to go there because all of their tricks are now known by the police. And eventually, as the conversation's kind of coming towards an end, the Princess of Honoria and her husband walk into the bar. It's not a joke. Well, it might be a joke. Elgin heads upstairs while Noros goes to talk to the shop owner because you have to buy something if you're going to use their facilities. Obviously, Noros.
Of course, it's just good manners.
It's just good manners. As he heads up after his wife, though, Nalani spots him and starts to follow after him. A little miscommunication at a knock on the door where Yori says, "Nalani, come in," and the princess just comes on in. Siobhan pins her to the ground while her husband's distracted by Nalani. And then Siobhan gets blasted with a gust of wind, and we start a couple rounds of combat where Nalani damn near kills Noros, Eldrin's husband. And Eldrin gets pretty close to messing up Siobhan as well before Yori finally reaches out to Winona, who does tell us that they are in fact friends and not foes, and convinces us to stop the fight. We conclude with a very tense kind of relationship, but after strained conversation, excessive questioning, and a little bit of fangirling on the part of Unearthed Arcanum about the Princess of Honoria, we come to learn that Tal is very bad, that the founders of the Ludus, Mortimer Ludus, very bad, hated by the Princess of Honoria, and they judge our Ludus folks a little bit for going there. And they don't know anything about the Fae, but Eldrin and Siobhan did come to a bit of an agreement that Eldrin would use her abundant resources back in Honoria to look into that, and Siobhan would help in whatever way they can. After that, her, Noros, and Winona go downstairs to cover the damages, the cost of all the damages they caused during the fight. And as we all headed down, as Unearthed Arcanum after them, Falco pulled Siobhan to the side, saying that the head of the pale moon was downstairs in the bar. And then he pointed at Daphne. And that is where we ended last week's session. I hope that was slow enough to get all of your links.
It absolutely was, yes. Sorry, 1 second. Thank you so much. The last thing I was checking on that was how our volume was looking, so I had to make sure that was good. Cool. All right, gang, we will jump right in. So let's take it from the getting an idea of where everybody was at. So we have Siobhan. Jess, I'm going to mute you. Those papers are loud. We had Siobhan, who is in the room. I believe Gwen and Alistair are also in the room right now. I believe, if I recall correctly, it was Nalani that was going down first to check on things. Someone remind me where we are as far as the place.
I think we were all heading down. We were all heading down, and that's when Falco leaned over and was like, "Hey, that's the leader of the Pale Moon."
Yep. Okay. Well, that was. I believe Falco came up, said that, and then you're saying that you all followed down.
I thought we were all walking down the stairs when Falco said that to Siobhan.
Okay, we can. I think the idea was to pull you and to pull Siobhan into that.
Okay, I was confused.
Where do you guys think you are?
Alistair's still in the room, 100%. He's picking his button off the floor.
Okay.
And staring at Gwen. Why did she throw my button down?
Oh, I'll explain it later.
I mean, no one else has done that. No. Just a button.
Oh, that is something I missed on the recap. Noros thought Alistair was flirting with Eldrin and was about to kill him.
Yeah. Sometimes people read a lot into buttons.
Just a button. I don't.
also Yori gave a gift for them to read for Winona. I was hoping they were going to read it, but then the session got skipped.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess Gwen and Alistair are behind because she's explaining that sometimes a button is more than a button.
Yeah, I guess so. You guys are just up in the room then?
Probably we'd come.
Yeah, maybe we're
Like in the, I would say like in the doorway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to clean up too. A lot of things got destroyed, so I think maybe Yori might even just be like trying to like very uselessly just like pick up pieces of wood and like try to move things out of the way. Just up there kind of
Build
with
a
them,
fort.
but like doing his best.
Fort.
Building a fort. Yeah.
Where's Nalani?
I think Nalani is probably right behind Siobhan. I mean, Siobhan just took a beating, and probably a yard or two behind her, just kind of keeping an eye on her.
Okay. So I imagine Siobhan is on the or Kara is on the stairs.
Kara, sorry.
So are you also on the stairs then?
Yes.
Okay. You got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll take it from that scene where Falco just kind of like points out to a rather young looking water genasi with white hair that you know as Daphne, the bartender. Kara, you see Daphne is like cleaning her glass, but also kind of looking over as the Princess of Honoria, as Eldrin is just finishing her conversation, and you see them start to kind of walk off. She's just eyeing them intently. There is, I'd say there's probably about I'd say there's probably about maybe, I think the millisecond that they disappear, all eyes seem to catch to the top of the stairs where Siobhan, you are currently, or excuse me, where Kara currently is at, and they're all looking in your direction. Falco like kind of taps you on the shoulders. Goes, you got this.
Falco, does Daphne know you?
No. I just well, sorry, no, yeah, they definitely would. That's correct. Yeah, I would say as soon as Falco points out Daphne, I imagine Falco is maneuvering back up the stairs, probably bumps into Nalani on the way up. So yeah, you could have this conversation, but you'd be turning around.
You're just gonna leave me? Okay. Just as casually as possible, make your way down the stairs towards Daphne. Hi.
There's a lot of eyes on you right now.
I don't know why they're on me. They should be on the people that just disappeared in the middle of the bar room, right? She's just gonna start mean mugging around.
Okay, you got it. You do see there's probably a couple of patrons that like go like immediately like see you looking, and just go like right back down to their tankards. You see the Percival, who is the very large, kind of heavy-looking furbolg creature, is leaning over to kind of like stare in your direction. But you see, there's almost like an approving grin on his face, and you see just an expressionless sort of face from the Minotaur that is next to him.
Nalani, seeing that, Nalani's gonna say, "See, I told you we could be the muscle you need."
You're saying that from up the stairs, or are you coming down?
As I'm down, I would have followed Siobhan down the stairs.
Got it.
And just kind of smirks.
Cool. I think you see Percival kind of whispering something in Boaz's ear. Cool. In this moment, I would say Alistair, Gwyn, and Yori, as you guys are trying to clean up, I'd like, I would say just Yori, in this moment, you actually see, as you're, let's say you're like kind of like picking up a jar that's like off the floor and you're kind of just like setting it up to like where it was on this like kind of end table sort of thing. You feel a like tiny furry paw put their paw on, or put their, yeah, a tiny furry paw on your hand. You look over and you see Neve just kind of like staring at you, this black beady eye. Just
Oh, hey. I think I don't know if we met. Uh, I'm Yori, and I liked your bubble thing was pretty cool.
jumps up on the end table, maneuvering their like rump and axe and just knocking the jar completely over. I'd like an Arcana check from Yori.
All right. 13 for -1. That's
13.
not bad.
Okay, cool. With a 13, you feel oh, where's my dice? With a 13, I think you see Kiki, that might be you. There's a loud clicking I'm hearing, guys. If I can maneuver that away from our mics. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Yori, you feel the presence of because Neve still has their hand on your hand. You feel the presence of someone. You feel an energy coming from Neve that reminds you of almost like a. I don't think Yori's ever felt a ritual being cast before.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he has a couple spells, but none of them are. Well, he does have speak with animals, but I would say no. Like that's something that he probably hasn't even done like in a ritual style. Like that's just not his style. Yeah, so
You got it.
he feels. Yeah, he wouldn't recognize that as ritual probably.
Cool. We'll say Alistair, like looking around in just the area that is just a mess here. You start to notice that there is bits of I have to look up what type of school of magic this would be considered. 1 second. Clint, I'm gonna mute you too, man. a lot of breathing sounds, guys. Let's see. Actually, I think there's a possibility. Okay. Come on, dude. I'll say we'll put, just for the sake of this is not helping at all. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll put it this way. Alistair, you notice that there is the entire room itself seems to start to be coated in a magic that like in a very slight almost like a I'm trying to think how to phrase it, like just like little floaties of magic are kind of like appearing all around this room, in extremely like small tiny specks. um, uh, and for the life of me I cannot remember a single spell that uses this. So I will just tell you straight up this until somebody can fill in the blank for me. It looks to be of a form of dunamancy.
Okay. Can I see its source, or is it just kind of everywhere?
It looks like it's kind of everywhere. I will say, like, I'd say if you're looking at the most magical creatures in the room, you eventually look at Neve, and you see Neve is probably emanating that same sort of form of magic. Yeah.
And her paw is on Yori.
Yes.
Hey, Fox, what are you doing?
You see the fox kind of like turns in your direction, and there's a weird sort of point of like focus where you see there's in the expanse of like of being surprised in this moment, you see Neve knock over the jar again. Yori, you notice this as well. You look down on the ground, you see there's one like there's pieces of the jar on the ground, but it looks to be equal to one.
You don't like that jar? But it's okay if you don't like it. I mean, I was just trying to help. It doesn't seem like we could do a whole lot anyway.
Yeah, there's a point. So, yeah, okay. I guess it really just depends on what it's moving to. So I guess overall it's divination. It was coming back and forth between transmutation and divination, but it looks like most of it would be divination in this point. Yeah, you look up as you look down at the jar, or at the broken jar. You look up and you see that there's a jar that is right next to Neve. At this point, Gwen, you're with your perception being what it is, you're just starting to kind of notice things now as you notice the bed start to make itself. The pieces that have exploded from the ceiling start to kind of mend themselves. Everything seems to start to kind of form back into place, except for you three. You're staying exact. There's four, I guess, including Neve. So yeah, I think Gwen and Alistair, but Gwen, ironically, being on the outside of this, is actually probably maybe one of the maybe the first person to recognize what's happening.
Okay. I think she would just sort of watch it happen with interest for a little bit and then just say, I think we're all set. We don't really have to pick up. It seems to be doing it itself. Someone is.
Yeah, as you're saying that, you're seeing more of this happening in a more like in a quicker sort of movement where you see things are you see the door itself like opening and then slamming shut again, but not making a sound. I would say making like a slamming sound when it opens and an open sound when it's slamming. Things are being pulled into reverse in this room, and after about 10 minutes. It is complete and the room looks totally fine.
That was really cool. Thanks. If that was you,
Yeah,
thanks.
that was useful.
Do you want like pets or something? Fenrir likes pets, right? Like we're behind the ear.
Fully fully looks at you, knocks over the jar, poofs, disappears. I rolled a 2. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
I think Neve likes pets as much as Houston does. So.
Okay, but is Neve he or should I call
I
it?
think Neve's a she.
We don't need. I think.
I think so.
It's a menace, is
Mhm.
what it is.
Well, they don't like jars. That's for sure.
I don't think they like anything other than
Well, they helped us out, and they make like bubbles. There's like
Bubbles
pink
are pretty cool.
Bubbles. Those are. I mean, it did almost get some people killed. I think, but it was also
Sometimes
pretty
those
cool.
are the coolest bubbles.
No. Where no. Where
Maybe
where,
we should go down. I think
I
everybody
was
went
gonna say
downstairs.
your friends have gone there to try to kind of like stipend the most likely just words are failing me today. Like they're in trouble downstairs.
Well, we've had 10 minutes. Everyone could be dead. They don't know that.
That's true. That's true. I'd say in the midst of that, that's a good point. I'll say we'll flip back to you guys.
Yeah, I don't. Would
during
we
this
have
moment.
waited the full 10 minutes while this was happening? I mean, it's Alistair and Gwen, so probably.
I mean, speeding. Yeah, I mean,
It's timey
speeding
wimey
things
too.
up
So
around
yeah.
Yeah, I'm also like I'm telling you this would be a 10-minute ritual.
Yeah.
So flipping back to you guys, so you see like Falco is like on the inner sort of part of the stairs, just kind of like probably behind Kara, but in front of Nalani.
Because I had walked over to Daphne.
Yes, you did. I'm
You
sorry.
said
You walked over. Yeah, so I'd say Falco has stayed in their position there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm just gonna glance over at Falco and be like, "Chicken, and no magic. I saw your blade." And then walk over to the captain, or the captain. Well,
Okay.
Unless Daphne has something to say, she didn't really say anything.
No, they're all kind of in like a shock that is slowly forming into like, what are we gonna do about this?
I'm gonna give you a moment, Daphne.
Okay. I'd say you would see actually like a look of like, guys, I vouch for you. You were so close to leaving. Like,
Don't worry, it's we'll fix it.
yeah, okay.
The captain's over here. This is the one we're
Yep,
going.
that's the one. Over there.
I'm curious. How often do you get out, Daphne?
Why do you ask?
I mean, you're coming with us to Dare's Wharf, right?
Yes, to visit some friends. If
Yeah.
you guys make it out.
I'm sure we'll make it out. We're gonna have lots of long nights sailing.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Under the pale moon.
I'd say she was probably drinking from something and she puts it down and she
Mhm.
like is holding her hand there a little bit longer. Yep.
Interesting. I'm just gonna turn
Captain's
towards
down
the
there.
captain. Mm-hmm. We'll talk later, Daphne.
You see Daphne go to the back room. So yes, you walk up to walking up to the captain. It's the statement is funny. Like I will say, like Boaz is in no like is a pretty intimidating looking creature as Minotaur, just like straight up as a Minotaur standard. It's hard to not look intimidating as a Minotaur. And actually, I will say, we'll see if this is working. But do this. Yeah. So as you are you walking up to Boaz or Percy?
I mean, they were sitting at a table together, right?
Right. So we'll say, who are you addressing first?
Well,
both
we
of us.
haven't. Nalani hasn't really had the opportunity to tell us that Boaz is our
Right.
captain and not Percy because everything went south. So I would walk up to Percy because I think he's the
Yeah.
captain.
Makes sense. So as you walk up to Percy, he is currently sporting an eye patch, a big, broad-shouldered individual. He looks something like this. You see rather large ears, a little bit of a grayer face. You can see the iris of his right eye, as his left eye is currently covered, has a bright purple iris to it. Takes off his hat, puts it on the table. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah. Daphne said she set up passage for us on your ship, and I just wanted to make sure we had all of that covered.
Oh, she did she?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And looks like she's ran away. Somewhat. Can you work?
Yes.
I have any experience being on a ship?
Some. I've been on a ship a couple times in my life. But
Any experience working on a ship?
yeah. It's the only way young kids can really get around sometimes.
Well, what did you do on the ship?
Whatever was needed. I'm quite the climber. Rigging was always something I was not too bad at.
Oh, I see. Well, how's your you have a good eye?
Absolutely. As is my friend here, and she's going to gesture towards Nalani. He's got some eagle eyes.
I see. So that's your friend, is it? Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am not the captain. Boaz here is the person you're going to have to convince. Boaz, take it away. And as Percival says this, he claps on the back of a minotaur figure that has these extremely extended horns out. You see, there's what looks to be the remains of a tricorn hat that has been that has had to have been cut from the sides of the tricorn has been fully cut, so now it just looks kind of like this odd sort of like almost Robin Hood like cap. Looking at Boaz, extremely intimidating looking until you hear them open up their mouth. Yeah. Hi, are you? I'm the. Sorry, Captain is me. I'm the captain. Boaz, nice to meet you. And extends a hand out.
Kara, it's nice to meet you as well.
Okay. All right. What do you do? Well, we already answered that question. So crow's nests. Just doing the.
Be a good place for this one here. Gesturing at Nalani again.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
We've 6 in our group. 7, I guess, because Daphne's coming, but I don't know what her skills are. Although I'm learning more as we go.
Okay. Yep. Well, first of all, yeah. Yeah. So Daphne apparently will be my my first mate for this beginning journey.
Interesting.
At least for this move. So do we have a? I meant to pull up these.
Bosun of powder.
Yeah,
monkey.
the bosun's
Let's
the
go.
only one I remember off the top of my head.
I should remember more, and I really don't.
Yep, I had them all together. Let's all
Navigator.
pretend that we knew them at one point.
I've never been on a ship.
I'm just trying to remember.
Ship job positions. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, cool. Good enough. So a couple of these we're definitely not going to need, but I will say, okay. So I need to. We had this form that we were having people filling out. We were going to actually probably just have people come up and talk to them about what they're able to do. So actually, if you want to just hold on for a second, just we're gonna kind of get it something set up in the back. But yeah, I'm the captain. My name's Boaz. I haven't said that yet. My name's Boaz.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious. When I came down, you were both kind of staring at me. What was that about? Does
Oh,
that
it
lend in
was
my favor, or do I need to make some explanations here?
well, there was a lot of loud noises, so I wasn't really sure what was happening up there. Percy kind of like leans in at this point and just goes, "I imagine the destruction would be hopefully on the outside of the ship if you're on it, right?" Oh, you're muted. We lost you.
Absolutely. The only destruction would be anybody trying to take your ship.
Right, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that would be. I mean, it's a short journey, so that's unlikely. But it's good to know. And I trust in my crew and in my God, and we'll be fine. So, where is the rest of your party? At this point, Mystelia is going to jump in, and this one goes, "I'm sorry. Hate to break this up, honey. We need to talk. Obviously,
Yes.
there's no way there isn't things broken up there. Can we handle this first?
Yeah,
Before
let's
you
go upstairs real quick. Yeah, let's go see how it's going. There,
Are you sure
some of
you
us
want
stayed upstairs.
me? You want to be near me when I see what you've done to my tavern?
To be fair, I didn't do anything, and the princess said that she would cover it because she did cause most of the damage.
Yep. And
Mhm.
I'm well aware of Honori and how far it is. So if you want to
Uh-huh.
stay here till that money comes in, I'd say that's kind of what we're looking at right now. But yeah, you know what? That's fine. And you see her kind of like move the words, like swing the gate open to have her kind of like walk through. No, let's see. And it's actually at this point you see that Mystelia does not walk. She like glides. Like she essentially is like she is essence of water. So she is like moving her own way up the stairs. It goes, okay, all right. Sorry, I need everybody to open their doors. Just a routine inspection. And you see others that are opening. And I would say Alistair, Gwyn, you all hear this.
Yeah, I think
What?
the doors probably open easily. Maybe it opens itself. Who knows? No. They open the
I would say
door.
you guys are probably at the end of the hall, like so you
Yeah.
hear this kind of coming.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Dahlia.
I'll be in your room just in a minute. I need to check. Don't worry, I'm saving your room for last.
Besides,
Oh.
we're not paying for damage in other people's rooms.
Oh, don't
only
worry
in
about it.
ours.
What damage?
Our room is fine.
Why not? You caused the damage. Most likely, we're gonna find out.
No.
You see her just she's maneuvered to another room. You're in the hallway. You can follow her in as you see there's
Yeah.
there's like an elderly couple of like halflings who are like just like like pulling like sheets up to them. Sorry, just 1 second.
I'm not paying
No,
for
if you want to
damage
come down
other
now,
people
it's
caused.
fine.
Oh, you want to do this now? All right, we'll do
Yeah.
this now. That's fine. Excuse me. Sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before you go in there, so there.
Go ahead.
My cane got stuck and I knocked over a jar and it broke. And I'm sorry.
Was the jar made of some sort of substance that's going to make it sound like the whole floor just broke in half?
Oh, I really thought it would be kind of funny to just, and I'm going to make a really loud noise with Thaumaturgy.
Stop.
He
Okay,
startles
no,
so
stop
easily.
that. Yeah, no, I get magic. I am a magical being, miss. I understand how magic works. I understand the difference between a thaumaturgy spell and what I heard. So
Did you see the big wall of water that was going down the stairs? That was pretty cool. That was pretty
yes,
neat.
I did. Yes, I did.
I
And
don't think we can do that though.
Did you do
Yeah,
that?
we're not capable of that.
But anyway, come on in. We're really
Thank
sorry
you.
You
about
know,
the jar.
magic is weird sometimes. It works in a lot of different ways. It's, you know, you never
maneuvers
know.
into the room as you're continuing to talk.
There were a few
Okay.
minor things that we just, tidied up a little bit.
This was your room.
Mhm.
Oh,
This is
you
the room
had
I paid
2
for.
rooms. That's very cute, everybody. That's very nice.
I mean,
I think
technically
we had
we have
3
3
rooms.
rooms, but you can look in all 3 of
I'm staying
them.
in one because we slept together.
Thank you.
So that was
all right.
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah.
we're being honest here. So you see her get into
I
the
was
other rooms.
not
look around.
dishonest to you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And then just kind of like closes the door on the second room. Makes me even more worried about the third room, everybody. I'm just saying if that was just one room that had that opens up the third
You are
room.
quite rude to your customers, you know that.
It's opening it through going one. Son of a bitch.
Gwen's just giving her what, like it's hard sort of look.
I told you, there's nothing wrong. We'll pay for the bottle, as I said. I mean, the princess said she would, but that seems ridiculous to send money from Honoria for a bottle.
There's like a long pause, just looking down the ground. I'm
Can
gonna
I go
say,
back to my conversation?
I would say with advantage, Siobhan, go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Hey, Mysteria, while you're here, can I ask you a question?
17.
Shit. Okay.
No.
She looks up and goes, I appreciate you all tidying up after yourselves. I'm going to assume that everything that has magically been put back into place is of the condition of where you left it.
Of course.
Something has happened here, and I'm no longer going to ask any questions. But I know. And she puts a finger just way too close to Chiffon's face. I know. And if I see a hint of something out of place, what? And looks over at Alistair.
Well, two things now. The good news is that the princess promised to pay for damages, but then left before those damages were repaired. So you could still send quite the bill. But my question was, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I gave Daphne a button, and was curious if you know if she still has it or if maybe she threw it away.
Derry, there's time and place. Okay? Time and place. I do not know. I wish you the best of luck. She is not sticking around here, as she has told me this morning. So maybe you can ask her later. as far as assuming or presuming that I'm going to send a bill anywhere, first off, and secondly, the idea that I would be dishonest in uh, uh, the damages that are there, shame on you.
Hmm.
Looks
The
over
damage.
at Gwen and goes, I am old, ma'am. So I can tell you that I was not born yesterday. Please, just can we just treat it like it's a hotel, because it is one. That's all I'm asking. Can we do that?
We will
Well, I've
try
never been
very
berated
hard.
by a hotel manager as though they were my own mother, but
I feel like I have been very nice to y'all in the past couple of days you've been.
You absolutely have been. And as you can see, only a jar took the damage. And
Yes.
we're very
So
sorry about the jar.
you could imagine that I have built up a lot of things up in here, which is hard to do because I am water, so I have to maintain a certain temperature or else things get really bad. You see at this point, you see like there is like condensation that is like, or not condensation. Jesus, 8th grade science, someone tell me.
Steam?
Steam, thank you. There is literal steam rising off of her like in this moment. Yeah, condensation. I'm not crazy. That's right,
No,
right?
that's a word. Yeah.
That's
steam
Condensation would be like
condensation.
getting on something. Evaporation would be, or
Evaporation.
steam. Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah,
looking for. Evaporation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you see, like it's coming, and she's actually like she'll just finish it, and I have nowhere to put it now, so I'm getting there.
Yeah, I know. The
can
rich
just-
and powerful always seem to do that, don't they? Just leave everybody else with the mess.
Oh my God, you are so okay. All right, I'm
But
not.
we
I'm
handled
not
it.
trying to put this in a political thing or anything. I'm okay. All right.
Can you tell me how you were born? We were talking earlier, and everybody else has like a mom and a dad, but I don't know what fairies do. But you're kind of different. And you said you weren't born yesterday, but you were born.
It's a long process and a even longer story. So I'll tell you when you come back. I apologize for raising my voice. Clearly, you have things under control.
I do hope we didn't lose that job opportunity now that we were pulled away from that conversation. That would extend our stay in your sleepy little town.
Yes, I will try to see what I can do on that end. I know something happened here. I just want to make that very clear. So you don't need to try to trick me. If you fixed it, fine. But I know. You see her like, and then she's like starting to move back, glide back away.
So
Falco, you can come out.
button would look like this if you see it.
You see Falco kind of like like climb out from underneath the bed of the elderly halfling room.
You are the biggest freaking chicken.
I don't know what you want from me. I'm
All
a
right.
thief. I'm a thief.
He's good at hiding.
Not,
though.
Two
no,
things,
sorry.
Falco.
And it
Two
turns back to
things.
the room that's still open. No, not from you. Everything you have is still. You're good. Love lasts forever. All right, closes the door.
Two things, Falco. You got on me for magic before, but I saw your blade glow.
Oh my gosh! All right, we're gonna talk about this right now. There's time and place. Time and place.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone keeps saying.
What just happened?
I actually don't know, guys. What the hell happened? This place is a wreck.
Neve happened.
Well, it was, but
I want to
yeah,
cut
neat.
to like I want to cut just for a second to Nilani down at the bar, just with Boaz and Percival, just standing there, just. Yep. Just sharing an equal amount of awkwardness between Boaz and Nilani.
I think Nolani's trying to kind of look around the room. He wants to know, particularly, are the kobolds still there?
Yep, still there.
Okay, so they're still there. Everybody else is. I imagine he's catching glances here and there of people looking at him, what happened. He's awkwardly kind of standing there,
Yeah.
So, so in the crow's nest, I just kind of.
What? Sorry.
I look around for stuff.
No, you go
I
ahead.
keep
Yeah.
watch. What?
Yeah,
this crow's nest job.
No, I'm sorry. No, I keep. Go ahead.
So there's
We're
a
gonna
nest.
cut that. We're gonna cut back to the other side. Coming back to Falco, going okay, I've. All right, yeah. One. You're literally 20 different people, so don't even give me that.
I can be more than that if I want.
Oh my gosh. Can we just get outside somewhere or to discuss this? Away from I need to actually, if we're gonna go outside, I need to go out. There's one of these rooms has a window, right? It's
Yeah.
Goes into IO and
guys, I'll be right back. Let me go talk to Falco real quick.
cool. You see walk into Io and Nilani's room. Falco is already coming halfway out the windows. Okay, you coming?
Yes, go. I'll follow.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just gets up and you see them climb up as they're climbing up to the roof.
I follow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, small acrobatics check.
19.
19. It's only fair that I have them do it. Okay, cool. Still spry. So getting on top of the roof. Oh.
In what way?
It sees things that I can't. Helps me to be able to have. Well, I mean, it's as a rogue, you typically are trying to be on your own, and that means you only have one mind to be able to make decisions on things and one mind to see things. So sometimes it's helpful to have two, and if the other one can't really speak, then or at least not to anyone else. Not to anyone else. I said not to anyone else, but
it's talking to you right now.
No, it's not. It's not. It's shutting up. It's not talking. It's fine. I know. I get it. You don't need to start judging me. Okay, this is not how things flip around.
Worried about talking daggers and influence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Where'd you pick it up, Possimal?
Yeah.
With the pale moon?
Technically, I was employed by them at the time, yes.
Is that why you were hiding from Daphne? Does she know you have the dagger?
No.
Why were you hiding from her?
Because I just wasn't there. That's all. Which, I mean, I just didn't want to have that argument. If you were technically I was I was an independent contractor, as it were. I wasn't, I'm not in the Pale Moon. So, of course, now at this point, I got to assume that no one is in the Pale Moon. But I wasn't
I'm not
there.
so sure. She's heading back north. Apparently, she's going to be the first maid on the ship I'm heading on. Anything I should be concerned about?
No, I mean, honestly, she's good people. She's definitely more trustworthy than some people. And you see Falco points to themselves.
That's not true. You are one of the only people I trusted in Dare's Wharf.
Well, there's people that you trust to help you out, and there's people that you trust to do what they're going to always do. I knew the Pale Moon was in trouble, and I could have said something, but I was lost in my own thing at the time. So, and I made the right decision. But yeah, if you're asking me if Daphne is a good person, it's not saying very much all the time coming from me. But yeah, she's
To me,
passionate.
well, your endorsement means the world coming from you, to me at least. If you think she's good people, I will have to put my trust in that. Just as you'll have to trust me not to go back to Eriscar, because you will definitely get arrested if you go back there and use the same tricks you taught me.
Yeah, you really fucked me over on that. I'm just gonna be
Oh.
honest.
I never thought you'd leave Dare's War for Eriscar.
And I never thought you would give everything that I taught you to the police.
I didn't give it out, right?
Okay. I know. Yes, I know. That's why I said it like that. That's why I said it like that.
And what is your
Sorry.
friend saying now?
They don't get subterfuge of conversation. So,
Does it have a name?
yeah. Will-o-wisp is what it calls itself.
Will-o-wisp. That's a lovely name.
Yes. Sorry.
So,
It is a nice name.
where will you go now that I've foiled your plans once again?
I don't know. I think Azumare.
It's a
Definitely not going.
lot
to
of work for
Morocco,
us out there, but
yeah, a lot of rich people out there too, though. Or I could
Mhm.
just travel south. I've always wanted to go south again.
I haven't been
Anyone
south
you want
since
me
I
to-
came north.
Yeah, say anyone you want me to reach out to down there.
I think everyone I knew down there is probably dead and gone, but
Um,
I'm looking at my backstory. Sorry.
no, you're good. I would say while you're doing that, go ahead and give me an insight check. Did you hear me? Or did you respond and didn't get it? Insight check for Siobhan.
I thought I said Clinton.
Oh, no.
I totally heard Clinton.
That's all right. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Insight. 17.
Okay, 17. Yeah. You just hear Falco go, you never know. Is there... I'll tell you what. Just let me know before you leave. Or before we leave.
Yeah, what I told you about Little Nest was true. It was just an orphanage. So if any of the orphans survived, we were never close, except for Harper. But you knew Harper.
Oh,
She's.
we lost you, or maybe just me. Okay,
Can
got
you
it.
hear me?
Yep. Sorry, it was just me. Continue.
I don't know where I dropped off.
Orphanage.
In Little Nest.
Yeah.
So yeah, if most of those orphans probably don't care one way or the other, and they wouldn't know me anyways. But you knew Harper. She came north with us, so she's probably out to sea now. The only one I can think of is the nurse at that orphanage, but she's human. She's probably dead by now.
Okay.
I mean, if you find any changelings down there, maybe they're my folks. I don't know. Probably don't look out for changelings, though. That would be suspicious on a number of levels and probably not good.
Well, it's not like I'm necessarily designed to track them, am I?
I wish I had a way of tracking them as well.
All right. Well, you know how to reach me if you need anything.
Yes. And maybe we'll cross paths again.
Yeah. Maybe I will go south. Yeah. Which means I'll be going to Eriscar first for a little bit. So you see them start to kind of back up off the roof, like just kind of like on the corner. Still listening.
There's a couple there, Remy and Kenneth. They own a butchery, and the wife owns like a bits and baubles shop. They're good people. If you need help, they'll help you. Tieflings.
They're good people, or they're good, or don't steal from them.
Don't steal from them.
Gotcha.
But if you need help, they'll provide you some sanctuary. Just tell them you know Siobhan Easton.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're okay. It's been a while for you.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you're telling me to talk to them.
Yes. If you need help, they will be there to help you. Yes.
Don't talk to me like you're supposed to be the one that's frustrated in this. It was very clear our language at one point in time, and now you're the one that's having.
It's been nearly a decade. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you luck. I love you.
You too.
And gives you a hug. And then pushes off and falls backwards. Something that would be terrifying to anyone except I think Falco's done that so many times to you.
Mm-hmm.
Always just willing to make an exit. You know that they're fine.
I think she's just gonna sit up on the roof for a little bit.
Okay. Cool. Back downstairs, you see Mystelia has made her way back down. Is starting to kind of whisper things in Percival's ear for a minute. You see Daphne has come back out. So as far as I know, besides Nalani, the rest of you are still on the second floor. So if you're making your way down, please let me know.
I think as we make our way down... Oh, go ahead, Clinton.
Nope, you go ahead.
Okay. Gwen's going to say, Alistair, there are 3 categories buttons can be in. And I think it's important that you know this. The first category is when it's a button, keeps things open or shut. It's just a button. The second is a friendship button, meaning that you'd like to be friends with somebody or keep in touch with them or something like that. The third button is, I think, where some people get confused. And that is if you want more than friendship, the romantic type of button. And it's important to clarify when you give somebody a button, what type of button it is.
at this, you see Neve has like popped up and is curled around Gwen's shoulder, and you see like them holding a little button that I imagine is the button that you tried to give to Eldrin. You were trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just holding it.
You hang on to that. That's a friendship. Okay, so that's ridiculous, right? Nobody gives a love button, right?
Some people might, or it could be a stand-in for something else, like a locket or some other token of your affection, a ribbon.
This is. Do you have like a
I'll,
book on this? Because this is ridiculous.
I'll write you up some cheat notes.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
as we hit the bottom of the stairs, I rolled a dirty 20 for perception. That's 2 kobolds in a trench coat. That's not even one person. That's
You're yelling that out, or are you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm pointing
love it.
and just
All right, I just want you to know that I rolled to see what Gwen would see. I rolled a natural 1, so she's just going
Love
to
it.
look at
You,
Alistair like, what are you talking
in the-
about? You can't
in the
just yell that out
direction-
about people.
in the direction you're pointing, right at Percival. So right at this giant furbolg,
Yes.
like captain, who is like, you yelled it, so they're like, so he's like looking in your direction. Meanwhile,
sure that's a furbolg.
Alistair, you see the like the two kobolds in a trench coat get up from the desk, start to kind of like maneuver around and make their way outside.
Oh no.
as they hit the door, because I want them to escape, I have mage hand and it is pulling that trench coat off.
Love it. You pull a trench coat off, you just hear it, and you hear them like just jump off each other and just scurry out the door.
Oh, those were really kobolds in a trench coat.
There's 2 of them. I've heard of 3,
Huh.
but 2 works. That's. I mean, my day is complete. We can go home now.
Let's go see
You see
Nalani.
Nalani in the worst position ever. I'd say Yori, you're like also like, I think there's a very cool scene where all 3 of you are like kind of peering behind the like the staircases, and Yori's like at the very bottom just looking out. Love it. Cool. But yeah, you all walk up to Nalani as you see. I think it's like right in this scene where Boaz goes like, and so there's Powder Monkey, which again we probably won't need because it'll probably be yeah. So that's that. Yep. Hi.
What? You're a minotaur.
Yes. You're human.
Are we naming things today, Alistair? Is that what this is? You don't have to name everything. Just
I think maybe he hit his head during
Maybe.
the incident. He seems sometimes when battle people get like a fixate, then they like just talk about buttons or like how worms aren't real or something weird.
You see Mistelia pull out. See, I knew there was an incident. Just saying.
Yes, there was an incident, but we took care of it, Miss Delia. Very sorry for any inconvenience.
It's like waves you off as you just floats to the other side of the bar. Yeah. So, are you the other? You're the other. Oh, first of all, I should probably get set up. Do you guys mind? I need to maneuver. I need to move some of these tables out of the way so that there can be a line, and I just don't want to. I'm not a. You see this giant minotaur trying to explain to the rest of you, like, can you maneuver traffic? Because I'm too scared to.
He's precious. He's so cute. Gwen's going to look at Nalani and go, "This is your specialty."
Nolani just kind of pulls his hood of his cloak a little deeper and just kind of backs up into the wall.
Okay.
I'll just be on lookout from right over here for any troublemakers, and kind of winks at the captain.
Okay. Am I? Oh, you're okay.
So
Auditioning. Got it.
what do you what do you need?
Sorry, I'm listening to you. I need to. Can you
Yeah,
just? Sorry, excuse me. Can you just?
he's no Alistair. He really needs somebody who can fix things. So if maybe you can find someone in here that can fix things, that would help him out.
Can you move? Can you move just a smidge? Yep. Thank. Just a little.
Everybody
okay.
get
All
out
right,
of the
here we-
way. It's a big minotaur.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
The fairy.
Everybody get out of the way. It's a big minotaur.
That'll be an 18.
Nice.
18. Love it. Cool. Yeah. You hear a couple people grumble immediately. You see a lot of them are just surprised as they couldn't really seem to hear Boaz talking to them. Just kind of make a way, make a space, and Boaz looks at Alistair, goes, "Thank you. I didn't know voice higher would help, so that's good to know. Thank you, everybody." And maneuvers out to the side and kind of makes this like this scroll that kind of hangs a little bit over one side of the table and just kind of sits on the other side and goes, "Okay, so we got the ink. Okay. Yeah, so I'm cat I who if you need work, if there's work on the ship that will be going to Dare's Wharf. If you can work on the ship, so write what you can do on the ship here.
Alistair, is other Alistair busy? We I think we could use him. I don't know how it works. I'm sorry. That might be a rude question. It's just, you know.
I'm sorry. What was your name, sir?
You see, because there was someone that probably immediately came out. And I'll say for the rest of you, you see the bard like immediately kind of like moves, skids his chair out, starts to kind of come up and is explaining stuff. Goes, sorry, yeah, what's it? What?
Sorry. What was your? I'm sorry. What was your name?
Captain Boaz.
You are the captain of the ship, and your ship is the
Silver Brine. I haven't
Silver
seen
Brine.
it yet.
Oh, is this your first captaincy?
Yes. Yeah.
Congratulations. I
Thank you.
I understand
Thank
that had to be a tremendous amount of work to obtain such a position.
It can be. Yeah, it can be.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
So no. So we are booking travel with you. It seems like that you need workers.
Mm-hmm.
Were you unable to find any, or will our work cover passage? Is that the understanding?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not ready just yet. You know what? You're quartermaster. Okay, yeah, great. You're good. Thank you. And you see them kind of get down, and then someone else goes to get up. Goes, no, sorry. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I know it looks like I'm ready, but I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right. What was
Listen.
your question?
Questions aside, it seems like you could definitely use someone to handle the logistics of getting the Silver Brine, lovely ship as she may be, out on the water.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Again, the logistical side. So typically when we speak logistics, we are discussing matters of paperwork and other administrative duties, such as signing up people for jobs on the boat. If it would help, I could gladly offer my services. I have done years of work cataloging at the Ludus. I believe that's probably how I could most help you right now. And I happen to come with 5 other very skilled workers in various departments. So I think maybe you should go and check on your ship, and I can handle the rest for you.
Uh, I'm gonna say, yeah. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. I think it's a straight roll though.
Bardic inspiration.
What's your bardic right
D6. That's a D6,
Got
I
it.
believe.
now? All right. That is a 12.
12. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. I think there's something with like having the presence of the captain. Honestly, you know what? Actually, if you want to, you can obviously tell this is not my thing. But if you want to handle the logistics of stuff, you seem like you said a lot of words just then. So yeah, if you wanted to be I would say that ironically he would know. I imagine it is quartermaster, but I'm looking for, or it might be sailing master. Sorry, gang, I used to have this
No,
all
it's fine.
set up.
Sailing master is the same as a navigator.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Quartermaster
more
handles
the
all like the inventory and well, they handle a lot of stuff, but yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'll say
Alistair would be
coordinates.
more of a bosun, but
That's someone, yeah.
Alistair would know what that meant.
in charge of equipment and equipment maintenance.
Oh.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah,
No,
it's up to you. Whatever you
that
think.
seems very much like Alistair.
Yeah, cool. So we have a quartermaster. So if you wanted to be the bosun, but also like honestly, if you wanted to take over from here, you could.
Yeah,
That's fine. I'm cool with
yeah.
that. I'll be the like captain. I'll kind of like sit behind you.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a great idea. You have a first mate, yes?
Yes, I have a first mate. It is Daphne.
Oh, I know her. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. She's a wonderful, wonderful human being. Well, not.
Oh, she's human?
No, yeah, it's a very poorly worded phrase that we really should just remove from our lexicon. But there it is, unfortunately. No, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, I think you look like you could probably get a drink. If you want,
I don't drink.
I'll.
I mean, yeah, I could. Water's fine.
2 waters. Just over here. And yeah, I think who is the other fellow with you?
It's my attorney. That's Percy.
Your attorney.
Mhm.
Will Percy be making the trip with us as well?
No, he said that he was just here to help me with the bequeathal and getting started.
Yeah, I'll just reach over and grab the scroll and kind of slide it off to the side and sit down next to him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So I don't know if she heard you for the water, so I'm gonna go. I'll be right
Absolutely.
back. I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm
Of
gonna
course.
grab- You also wanted a water?
Please, is Percy gonna go with you, or is Percy gonna stay here
Where?
with me?
No,
With-
Percy's at the bar now.
Oh.
So
Fantastic. Yeah.
you see, Percy is very much hands off right now. I think like occasionally he's like staring over, but that's it.
Great. Cool. As he gets up, I just want to spend the next like 5 minutes ignoring everyone around me and really studying what he's written on that paper, particularly just his handwriting.
Okay. Specifically like Boaz's handwriting. Yeah.
Yep.
You got it.
And then when I feel confident that I could recreate that, hopefully sometime in the future, if needs be, I will look up and scan the room and then fall eyes right back on my party and start filling out roles for them.
Okay, you got it. Do you have them like come up to you?
I don't know. I think I probably
I feel
yeah,
like you
yeah.
just do it.
I feel like
I kind of feel like you just
it.
write everybody's names in and then tell them what they did.
No. I think I
It would be
tap
just as fun to roleplay that.
I
Though.
just
Yeah.
I just kind of tap it and then I look up and just wait. Yori.
I believe there was some mention of a monkey. I would
Yes.
like to be a monkey.
Of course, I think that would be very fitting. Do you happen to have any flint on you?
Maybe.
If you took an adventurers pack, you have.
Yes,
Yeah.
I sure do.
Great. Can you just give me a quick and let me see what that looks like?
Sure. I attempt to use the flint and steel.
Great. Regardless of what you do, I'm expert. All right.
Gwen
That should-
makes a little prestidigitation, some more sparkles, so that it looks even extra expert.
Yeah, I will figure out the pay range for a powder monkey and make sure that you, sir, are paid for your expertise.
Wow.
Gwen Bedeath,
I've never been paid. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
you can leave. Gwen,
Put me down for long distance communication expert. If we need to message anybody.
okay. I mean, we can definitely add that to your duties in addition to one of the roles that we need.
Carpentry. I don't really think I'm made for working on a boat, Alistair, so just put me wherever.
I really want to follow this, though. So, this is going to be a very important position on the boat. What qualifications do you have as a carpenter?
Absolutely zero.
If you could just hold this small twig for me real quick. Can you break it in half for me?
It doesn't even bend.
Yeah, I mean, you are very delicate with the woodwork.
I'm sorry, guys. I can barely hear you over the music.
Oh, it
Get
did just
much
get
louder.
loud.
For me, it was okay, but yeah, it's pretty loud.
Yep, that's better.
Okay.
Maybe I think Nolani kind of interrupts and says, maybe she's best as the keeper of the log.
Is that an actual job? I thought that was his job.
Like, all ships have a log, don't they? Io, you've been on a ship. Isn't there someone that, like, keeps the log?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm currently.
All
in a
right,
conversation.
Alistair. You're taking this too seriously.
I mean, I would like to make it back to Dare's Wharf in one piece, or to Dare's Wharf in
Alright.
one piece, and I just. Okay, you know what? I will make it work. Maybe I can find a skilled carpenter here, and they can apprentice under you.
I'm very good at directing people where to go.
I fully aware. Okay, sir, if you would like to step in now, and I'm sorry, your expertise on the boat would be.
Yeah, Nolani moves to the front and is like purposely slouching and leaning up against a chair, not standing upright at all. So I already worked it out with the captain. And
unfortunately, at that time, the captain was very underrepresented in that moment. So I think
yeah,
we should.
and Nolani kind of yells across the room and says, "Hey, Boaz, can you get me a drink also? Yeah, I'm gonna want an ale."
Joe, you're muted.
Yeah, so while he's getting that for me, Alistair, you can just put me down as lookout. I'm up in the crow's nest. And then walks away. Back to where he was up against the wall.
Okay.
Is there a step above expert? Because that's Melanie.
Unfortunately, I don't really agree with you on that. So
Master work? Lookout.
Can you guys hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just to finish on this. Oh, okay. I have 2 waters right now in my hands. I'll go back and order the other one. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Just moves back to the crowd.
Okay. Well, and then I guess we'll figure that out later. And Kara, Kara,
Excuse me.
yes.
You see
Yes.
a small, very gruff looking dwarf, bald head, big like bushy beard. That's it's like blonde but it's a mixture between blonde and white. Kind of comes down. And goes, I was interested in. Do you have a cook?
Um,
We do not.
we do not.
Okay, I can do that.
Could you tell me a little bit about your cooking?
I've cooked on boats for the past 63 years now. No one's died.
Can you make bacon cookies?
There's no
Bacon.
bakery probably on this boat, so not safely, no.
But you could make them unsafely.
This isn't
Yes.
looking good for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And your name was, sir?
Gruff.
Gruff. And where do you hail from?
None of your bloody business.
I like him. Put him down as expert.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Will you be okay if you are responsible for getting all of the supplies?
If I have the money in hand to do so, yeah.
How much money do you figure it would take you?
How long is the journey, and who will be providing for, and how many passengers?
Let's assume for the time being 15 total passengers from here to Dare's Wharf, and you can resupply at Dare's Wharf. No stops in between.
Right. Do we, I'll put it this way. Are we wanting to survive well, or be fat and happy?
Survive well.
Survive well. About 50 gold to do it. All right, if you look back at the captain, I'll say you maybe even if you don't look back at the captain, captain's going.
Does the captain and Percy, do they look well dressed?
Percy,
gonna ask the
no.
same thing.
Boaz, yes.
Great. Then I will pull out a small scroll. I'm assuming he has parchment with his parchment.
Yeah.
And I will do my best to imitate his writing and write a writ for 50 gold for him to
Okay.
use as collateral. Write it out. This should at least get you started until I am able to access the purse.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Go give me a sleight of hand check. I'll say I'll give you add your intelligence modifier for it. We'll say for now.
All right. That's a 15.
50. Okay. All right. Yeah. Honestly, I just needed you to tell me we're good. But yeah, this is even better. Thank you.
Before you leave, there obviously, if there is money to return, I can promise you half of that as a bonus for your uh, great haggling skills.
All right. See you soon. You
Uh,
see him kind of like head off.
okay. Was there anyone else that was interested in joining the? And I look back down at the paper, so I'm reminded of the name of the boat.
The Silver Brine.
The crew of the Silver Brine.
Just to make sure you already have my name there. Just to make sure we had it was already listed. It's probably at the top for quartermaster.
And sorry, what was your name again?
Donovan.
Donovan.
Donovan Clearwood.
Donovan Clearwood. I'm sorry, and Donovan, where do you hail from?
Oh, my family's originally from South Imea. We came to Eriscar about 2 years ago, and I've been traveling over the past year or so back and forth, trying to. I'm a little bit of I'm a practiced bard. I don't know if you saw the lute. I can play you something if you'd like.
No,
Something I've
you
been working on. Hold on one second. I
nope.
just did turn it on.
You
Let's
said
see.
your family was in Eriscar?
Yes.
Where in Eriscar? I happen to also be from Eriscar.
Oh, sort of in the uptown sort of area. And I'll say, for the sake of time and energy, he does name a real place.
Okay.
Probably around. Is your family from around there?
We're from all over, but I personally, yes, I grew up in Eriscar. It's a wonderful town. But I just feel like, large as it may be, everyone still seems to know everyone, and your name doesn't ring a bell, sadly, especially with the skills you confidently seem to have.
Right. So, sorry. Do I have this job? Is that what are you asking me?
You said you were a bard, correct?
Yes.
And yet you seem to miss the negotiation in process.
Oh, sorry. Negotiation. Okay, understood. Sorry. What was the? I think yeah. Clearwood was my last name. Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay.
Are
And
you
that
any good at
is,
carpentry, Mr. Clearwood?
carpentry. Not really. It's kind of an unsafe habit on the old.
Mhm.
These are my money makers. So.
Okay. And your experience as a quartermaster?
Oh, I've sailed on a couple of ships, albeit rather kind of a small sort of schooners from here and there. But it's been. I'll be honest with you. It's actually it's a pretty easy job. So
Yeah. What if I told you that there is another ship currently docking that will also be in need of a quartermaster and pays considerably better than the Silver Brine?
are they going to Des Wharf?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'm already set up here, but where is it? What is the name of the ship? How do I get in contact? Do you handle all that, or do I have to go out and do it?
It's just for money for you then. Okay.
Sorry?
You may yep, got it right here, Mr. Clearwood. You are on the list. You are.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna. When you need me, I'm gonna sit. I'll be here.
Well, I think that's a terrible idea, Mr. Clearwood. As
Oh, okay.
quartermaster,
You need me to
there are
leave.
nope. There are a number of things that you would know that you need to tend to as quartermaster. So if you could,
Ah, yes.
yes, we intend on leaving very soon. Do you? You don't. Yes.
Quickly.
Yep.
You want me to check on the ship and make sure that it's up to snuff. So I will be doing that. I will be checking out the. Sorry, excuse me. Can you move your hand there?
Nope.
The Silver Brine.
Did you happen to see the dwarven man that just left, Mr. Gruff?
Yes.
Why don't you go with him and make sure that he takes care of things properly?
Righto. Okay, I will go and do that.
You do that. Please let him know that you are the quartermaster as well, so he knows to respect your authority.
Right, of course. Well, I am the quartermaster of the Silver Brine. Everybody out of the way. You see a figure come back into the restaurant, and a brown duster now, with a very large hood.
You come here.
Hmm?
Yep. Come. Yep. Sir.
Yeah.
I am seeking two. No, I apologize. I misspoke. I am seeking one more person for the crew of the Silver Brine.
Yeah.
One that can fill many roles, carpentry, maybe assist our powder monkey. But I only have one spot. It pays poorly, but there will be tons of ale available on the trip to our destination. Would you care to join?
Where's
Yes.
it going? Where's it going?
Dares Wharf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put your name down.
Do I
What
sign?
name? Nope. I will take care of that for you. I would hate for anybody to notice the short arms on the tall body.
Are you? You're not saying that? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. My name. It's Zephyr. Zimmer Zephyr.
Zimmer Zephyr. You got
Zimmer
it, and
Zephyr.
you'll be needing one hammock, of course.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so I will be paying for one employee aboard the Silver Brine, who will be sleeping in one hammock, eating for one, and drinking for one.
Okay.
Okay, Zimmer Zephyr. 1.5
Yeah.
time. Okay, I will pay you 1.5 times. Please leave. The boat is docked. The Silver Brine. They need help. Thank you.
Okay. You see the two kobolds in a trench coat head off.
Gwen. No, Yori.
Yeah.
2 kobolds in a trench coat. They work for us now.
That's the best thing that's happened to us since you saved me from slavery.
I think you are right.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That was dark.
Oh my god.
So dark.
It's a good thing.
You do see Donovan maneuver his head back out back into the. Sorry. Who's the Mystelia, right? Mystelia, you have someone who's planked themselves in front of your establishment. I just want to let you know. Oh, yes, right. Yep. Goodbye.
Do I see anything from my position on this roof as to what
I'd say
he
you
means by
probably
planked
hear that.
themselves?
What's that?
But yeah, like planked themselves. I'm curious. Kara is definitely curious by planked themselves in front of.
Oh
your
yeah, like
business.
yeah. So I'd say like because you probably hear that because he kind of like yelled it into the bar. So yeah, so like kind of looming over to the roof. You see from your like bird's eye view, you see a very bald head with like orange hair kind of draped around it. Looks to be like a halfling. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. That's a natural 20.
Hey.
Natural 20. Okay, cool. Jesus. Okay, well, that's one way to give. You see, there is what looks to be an older halfling male. Um, is sitting kind of propped up against the wall of the establishment. Within Nat 20, you can see there is the legs of this halfling, which are already short because of halfling, seem to be kind of like uh, uh, shorter, and you see there are two wooden peg legs sticking out. You also, if that's not enough, you also notice him scratch the top of his head with a hook for a hand. And you see him kind of maneuver. I think he's probably he's messing with some rope, like trying to kind of tie some sort of knot. And as you see the hand pull away, you see there is another hook for a hand on the opposite hand. I'm gonna tell you guys right out. My old Thursday crew made this character, and I love him very much.
So don't kill him. Got it.
I mean, you can kill him if you want, but yeah.
He seems unkillable. If you've lost that many limbs,
Yeah.
like you've already had so many instances where he just gives another limb. That's it. All right, here you go.
I think,
Yep.
Car's just
He's out.
leaning over the top of the roof in awe that this man is still alive.
Yep. You see, actually, I'm going to say at this point too. So, Siobhan, you see, because Donovan's kind of walking away. Trying to find the marks for this. There we go. Shoot. I was going to be sneaky about it. But what is the oh wait, there we are. No. Sorry, I was ill prepared for this, but I'm just gonna tell you straight up. The last job you did was for stealing an heirloom from an Ariscaran family, and I believe it was a member of the Mortimer Ludus. I probably screwed up the last name in this, so I apologize. But you do recognize this this man that's walking away.
As part of the family?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. You said I stole from Althea Shadowleaf, who was a professor of divination at the Ludus.
That's right. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes. Still, Clearwood is the name. But yeah, it looks like you definitely recognize this person. They were around.
Do I have an inclination that they might recognize me? Probably, because my poster was everywhere after the attempted robbery.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Creep
He's
back
not the
on
smartest
the roof.
bulb on the tree, but yeah, he just pulled
It's been
back.
7 years.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years. It's okay.
Yep.
Okay. She's just laying on the roof having a minor panic attack right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Do we have everybody on the list?
Yeah, I mean, Io is going to be our navigator.
Yeah.
Did you put me on the list somewhere?
Oh no, yeah. Well, I called your name out and you didn't come, so I assume you didn't want the job.
He's our only passenger.
And the VIP, obviously.
Yeah, I think honestly at that point I would walk out because Mr. Clearwood was not doing what I asked him to do, and I am looking for Kara.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when he leaves, does he take the parchment with him?
I'd say when he leaves, I will say even Alistair getting up, you see Boaz kind of just go okay, good. All right, so we can. That's enough, right? So we can go look at the ship now and just kind of work out that stuff.
Yep.
Of course.
First of all, we're gonna look at the ship. Great. Yeah, I'll come with you, Miss Delian. I'll be back in a few minutes. You see him kind of just like leave his drink. All right, let's go. Let's go see it.
Nilani's been clocking. Has Daphne returned at all?
Yeah, I would say Daphne probably has returned. That would probably be like about 5 minutes from that whole interaction.
So, maybe back up a little bit. Hey, Alistair, did you get Daphne on the list? Daphne needs to talk to you still. Daphne, you need to come stand right in front of Alistair here and talk to him.
Why?
It's about money.
First of all, as you see Percival just look at Daphne and goes, sorry, love, I am not the captain and I am not the
That guy.
bosun.
Bosun.
Yeah, all right. Yes, but I'm the... Fine, the first mate will come to see you. Yes, bosun, what would you like? What can I do for you?
Do you still have my button?
Oh my god.
Listen, I'm only asking because it has recently come to my attention that you may have misconstrued, or other people may be misconstruing the point of the button. It's for you can communicate. Do you still have the button? If I would just prefer if you could just return it to me rather than throw it on the ground. I mean, I would like you to keep it, but yeah, okay. Is this the correct spelling of your name? I'm sorry.
That is the correct spelling of my name. Yes.
Great. Oh, we leave shortly.
We need to know, are you single or is there a significant other we should mark down on here?
Why would you need to know that?
In case of emergency, right, Alistair?
Yes,
No.
I am single. You
No.
hear there's a second where the bar just stops talking.
So, Alistair, she's single.
Are we going to see the ship? Great. Miss Dahlia, taking my 5. I'll see you down there. You see her walking. I say, Siobhan, you see in a huff, you see Daphne just walk out the front, just kind of throws like throws on a coat and just buttons it up, walks out. Yeah, I didn't want to take away from what Gwen wanted too. So Gwen, you were going to say something.
I think as Daphne leaves, she's just going to lean into Nilani and just say, that didn't really help, but good job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to help him. It's like he doesn't know anything about this sort of stuff.
We'll have plenty of time to figure it out.
Like, do you have a book with pictures or diagrams or anything?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Siobhan, I'm gonna say with that nat 20, I'm gonna carry that over. Siobhan, as you see Daphne leaving, are you watching Daphne?
Yeah, I think she was like a little concerned about Donovan at first, but if she saw Daphne watch out, that's definitely piquing her interest, or especially because what she knows now with the pale moon.
Cool, you got it. You see her take out what looks to be what looks to be like a seashell. It opens it up and goes, just like waits as she's walking away, but as you see her like, okay, so I will be leaving to go to Dare's Wharf now. I just wanted to let you know things might be a little bit tricky to communicate from here on out. And you hear her voice kind of trail off. And as that happens, as you all start to kind of like one by one sort of move from the bar out to eventually get to the ship, we're going to take this moment to take our 10-minute break. See you guys in 10.
Alrighty.
All right, welcome back. So as we see Daphne uh, uh, maneuvering, moving further down, eventually coming back to uh, Siobhan's point of view. Siobhan, you see the rest of your party start to kind of exit out as well. Do you join them?
Where's Donovan?
Donovan has gone off with Gruff. You see, he did go in that direction at least. So it looks like he went further in.
Yeah, I'll join them.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
We might have a little bit of an issue. What did you ever describe Donovan? I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I did last week. I hate saying this, but again, this was a Thursday belt character. Donovan is straight up. What's his name from Tangled?
Oh
Flynn
yeah, you
Rider?
did say that, Flynn Rider. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So elf, human.
Althea was a elf, if I recall correctly. I'm having to go too far back for that.
I think you just said Althea.
Yeah.
Shadowfell. I don't think I got a race or anything.
Asimar.
Althea Shadowleaf is not an
Shadowleaf.
Asmar. I believe is elf. So yes, half elf.
You know that suave-looking half elf that it looks like you may have hired?
Yes, Mr. Clearwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You just put did you put Kara on that list?
Yes, but unfortunately, due to not being able to find you, the only position left is swab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless you have carpentry skills that I'm not aware of.
I think I'll find my own skills to put to use. And if you try to make me swab a deck, I will definitely beat you with that boom. Besides the point is that individual you hired,
Mr. Clearwood.
yeah. Remember the job that almost got me killed and caused me to go into hiding?
It does ring a bell for someone else I know, yes.
Mm-hmm. That was the family I stole from.
Well, it seems the chickens have come home to roost.
They don't have to. She's gonna shift into let's go Helga. The blonde hair human.
Okay.
Blonde
I mean,
hair.
there's multiple people exiting. It's in the middle of the day, but I'll give it to
so
you.
she wouldn't do it in public, but like she wouldn't be having this conversation out on the street. She would have tried to pull them to the
You'd
side
also be
at
like,
least.
give me a minute, and then wander off, then come back after a minute. Yeah.
She
I'll
would
give it to you.
knowingly
There's
not
not a
shift in the
lot
middle
of
the
like
street.
alleyways
That's
here, but I'll give it to you. That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I can roll to see if I can find somewhere to shift. If we
No,
wanna do that.
we'll role play that as that because you were away. We could say you decided at a certain point that you were just going to be doing that. So
So yeah, looking like this, he'll never know. Just Car is a common name. He won't put two and two together.
Might have to
Okay.
explain to Daphne, but yeah, this works.
Yeah, so about Daphne. Remember how Falco told us all about the new moon that led the uprising against the pale moon that led the uprising against the roar in Hasamal? Remember that whole conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, Daphne's their leader.
Fantastic.
Just something to note. Um,
Yes. And
I don't think she would be too concerned about me, knowing that she's led uprisings across EMEA.
Do you think that maybe during the passage, Alistair should try to get close to her and get some information out of her?
I don't think we have any need of her information, but if Alistair wants to get close to her, he can absolutely try.
Gwen, don't you think that would be a good idea?
I think this is why you need to clarify the type of buttons you give people, because everybody's confused.
don't.
Which button?
No.
You can just say which category it is when you give them out. Upfront communication solves everything.
At this, you hear the sound of like pounding hooves coming towards you. But okay, hey, you guys been fast. How are we looking? It's Boaz.
Fully staffed, I think.
Why are you
Yeah,
on a horse?
No,
I'm not on a
he has the
horse.
horse.
Oh,
Oh, the hooves. Yeah, I'm a minotaur.
I'm picturing it now. That would be a
It's
very big horse.
It's okay.
Amazing.
It's really like, I mean, honestly, it's not the first person that has asked, why is there a horse chasing us? So,
Yeah.
We
I
might
guess
need a rest too.
I will say it is, if I recall correctly, time-wise, it is getting dark.
Yeah.
I don't know what time
Yeah,
it is.
because
what
we
day.
took a nap, then we went out. It's like, it's been a long day. I think I died twice today.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, also, actually, I'm sorry, we missed a whole scene. As you guys exit out, you do see to your right, you see
a backpack.
our friend.
Oh, yeah.
Just sitting there, goes, hi, hey, do you have you spare some change?
Do you eat a lot?
No.
Great. Nolani, do you need a job?
All right. What's it for?
On a ship?
I can't swim. But yeah, that sounds good.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. When are we eating or leaving?
We'll be doing both of those very soon.
All right. You want me to follow you? No, I can get up. It's fine. You see him position himself up.
This is when Kara's shifting into a
Love it.
random blonde human.
Love it. Yeah. Do you need me to fill out any paperwork?
If
Can
you
do
could
that?
just give all of your details to young Master Yori there, I would appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Are you Yori?
If he's pointing to me, then yeah, I'm Yori.
Technically no, because the hook. But yes. All right, Yori. Puts a hand on your shoulder. You feel just a dull pain. Yori. You can put me down as fingers.
Fingers.
Is that something is that like a rank on a boat? The fingers. Is there like a monkey and there's fingers and something like bowman and I don't know. The positions on ships are weird. Are you fingers? What does fingers do?
I know I'm a slightly confusing creature, but this is I am not a monkey by any means necessary. I can
I'm
do
a
anything.
monkey.
You're a monkey?
Well, on the ship I'll be monkey and you
gonna
be
turn
fingers.
into a monkey on the ship?
I don't know. I have never been on a ship before. I hope it doesn't go into the water because I don't like the ocean very much. But so long as we stay over the ocean, we'll be good. Oh my
I
god!
think it's both.
Oh, well, I'll stay on the part that's not in the water. If you can't, so I
Do
can't
I
swim
need
either.
to stay in the
so,
part that's in the water?
I don't know. Do you know what fingers does? Is it a
That's
water?
me.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to the Alistair and I'll make sure that you're not in the watery part.
That would be great.
Can you move?
Like in general, or do you need me to get out of your way?
No. Yeah. Can you get from here to the ship?
Answer
or do
to
you
both
need...
is yes. Am I?
All right, you're hired. Welcome
I thought
aboard.
he was. Wait, that was an audition.
Well, it was just now you're officially welcome aboard.
So listen.
Yeah.
Listen, I can walk. It's not a pretty sight. It's why I prefer to be on boats.
Oh.
So
This will be
where
convenient.
is this boat?
Oh, I was hoping that you knew that.
Are they
We should
going?
probably
And
follow
points,
the
and
others.
points to the group, and that's like starting to walk away.
Yeah.
Are they going?
Yeah, they're going to the boat. Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you what. We could do one of two options. You could get on my back, and we could both go, or I could get on your back. I'll be honest with you. One of those is a better option for one of us.
How do you feel about being dragged?
Is this for an audition?
It could be behind a packle. That would be cool. Have you ever been dragged by a packle?
No, I don't.
Well, we're getting new experiences.
I'll do. Okay, I'll do what I have to. What do? I hold on to a rope, or do you tie a rope to me?
Yeah, okay. And I will attempt to. First, I'll see if Fenrir is willing to do this. You know, I assume he's kind of around because I don't really call him. So if he's, I assume he's kind of around there.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say you.
I do have rope.
As soon as you come out, but yeah.
As every adventurer has rope.
I will say, I think in most cases you do not need to roll any sort of handling on Fenrir.
Yeah.
On this one, I think you do.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Mostly he just happens to be around and does what he does. Okay. And oh, you know what? I'm not bad at. Maybe I'm. Oh, there we go. It's a 20. It's a 20.
Cool. Yeah. Fenrir, you hear just.
Yeah, I know it's
like,
it's kind of funny, but like, don't tell him. It's yeah. All right, you hold. I'll do this, and then I'm gonna tie it around him. Is there like a blanket or anything around? Or like, yeah. What do I have?
I'm just gonna be dragged through the sand.
No, it's fine. No, I don't do shields. I think I have a tent or something. So, a sleeping bag. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to put like the sleeping bag kind of under him, so it kind of drags him along, and it was a little bit. He's not dragging directly on the sand.
Oh, thank you. All right, so do I hold on to this?
Yep. Yep. And let's try
to. Lovely, awesome.
Why didn't he put him on Fenrir?
I'm not gonna have him.
That's what I was thinking.
Who knows?
He has hooks for hands. He's gonna put the hooks in Fenrir. You already put the hook in me.
It works.
Cool. So I imagine the marching order here is Daphne. You guys don't see Donovan Fleetwood or Donovan Clearwood or Gruff So they're kind of in the back, we'll say, because they're getting stuff. So Daphne, Unearthed Arcanum, Yori, and Fingers.
Yeah,
And
I
then
did
go ahead.
still want to have that talk because she's not sure about this. She wanted to ask
Sure.
Unearthed Arcanum if she should be car or not, but
Yeah, I'll say okay. Yeah, I'll say they're Percival and Boaz are having a conversation. They're behind, and then yeah, so that's the order.
really Alistair and Gwen. If she should
Yes.
face what she did in her past.
Do you
I mean, that's
think
the
that
whole point of
it's-
going back to Dare's Wharf, right?
Sure, but do you think that the ship in the middle of the ocean is the place to face that with
What
this
is he gonna
random
do
person
on the
who's not
ship?
even going to notice? Do you think... Okay, this is mean, but he did not seem to be the brightest when Alistair was... So you could play it any way you wanted to.
Oh,
I
he's an
know-
idiot.
That's good, but I know
I-
you're talking about like being yourself, and that's a big part of who I was, and I'm intentionally hiding from it, and I know that pisses off Alistair. I just don't know what to do.
I mean, I hate to disagree here, Gwen, but I think the middle of the ocean on a boat is the perfect place for this to happen.
I was just playing devil's advocate.
I mean, the way I see it, you will have no place to flee, but if things go south, then neither does Mr. Clearwood.
To be clear, he is related to your divination professor, so I don't know if you want me to kill him. I don't want to kill him either. I'm not saying that, but if things do go south, maybe the Ludus kids can step in and be like,
No.
"Hey, I know, I don't know, if
Okay,
it's his aunt or something."
If things
but-
go south, I'll kill him.
No,
Let's
Lonnie.
try not to kill anybody.
Just
He's
like
an
you did
idiot,
to
but he
the
seemed
princess's
nice
husband. Get close, but give us enough talking time afterwards.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly like that.
I think you should be yourself. But it's not what I think or Alistair thinks. It's what you think. We can't make the decision for you.
But if my decisions affect you, you should have a say.
You got your back.
Wait a second. Are you saying you're gonna actually ask us before you do something now?
That's really nice growth.
And he smiles at her.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not again, because answers are quite unclear.
I've got your back no matter what you decide.
Okay, let me phrase it this way. I would rather have your back for consequences that come from you
Owning
making
up
the
to my
decision to
choices.
face yourself and face your past than it just us having to face them because your past faces you.
I mean, it's been 7 years, and you said he's an idiot. He might not even recognize me.
And nobody likes that professor. Probably her own family doesn't like her.
This is true.
I mean, I don't think I've ever even heard her talk about family. Alistair, do you remember? Why am I asking you?
I mean, it was divination. I mean,
Exactly.
so much God talk. You could do it without all the other.
Okay,
I'm
it's
sorry.
a different conversation. So
Well,
we will come back to that. Make your choice, Siobhan. We'll be here.
Okay. She's gonna put her hood up and shift into Kara, but keep her hood up and keep her back in the direction of Clearwood until they are firmly on the ship and it's setting sail. She's gonna try to stay out of his sight.
Look at those disguise spells just wearing off.
I will say at this point, Yori, you do catch up.
Yeah, he's on. Welcome aboard. He said fingers. He said you didn't want to be a monkey, but I don't think there's more than one monkey position. Oh, we forgot to what is Fenrir's position on the ship?
Mascot.
Okay,
That is good, yes, because otherwise it would be menu.
That's not no.
No.
I don't like mascot's good then. We'll do mascot.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have food on the ship? Did we remember?
Gruff is taking care of our food.
Okay.
I forgot about Fenrir. I am so.
That's okay.
Sorry.
He's kind of he does his own thing, you know. He's not necessarily always around, and you know he's got his own life, and he doesn't need
Does he eat fish?
Man. I think he'll eat pretty much whatever.
Oh,
I give him whatever I eat usually, so you know.
Yeah,
I haven't eaten a lot of fish, but it's probably fine.
You told Gruff to plan for 15, and I think we're just right about that when we include Fenrir.
At this moment, you're starting to see like some of the distant fog of the early evening is starting to get pushed aside as you hear the shore. You hear the sound of the waves kind of lapping up on the shore. You can see the faint outline of Daphne as she is moving towards this building. It's a small, like little. I would say it's more of like a shack. This small little shack. She's like kind of walking towards, and behind it, you see that there's docks that are spread out to like little, like kind of like fishing boats and things like that. At first, there's a kind of a question mark of like where the ship is, and then you see kind of in the far distance, some of the deck actually kind of goes out a little bit further, and you can see that there is a massive ship on the water that is sitting there, and you see there's docks that kind of go like further out. But yeah, like in your immediate vicinity, just small fishing boats, things like that. As you see her enter into the shack, as you guys start to approach it.
I guess into the shack.
As you guys get closer to it, you see her just kind of like moving the cloth out and just going almost bumping into you. Okay, I was just letting the dockmaster know that we were good. So, let's go.
Lead on first,
and you see her walk out to the deck as the deck starts to kind of like move up and down in the and you see that she's walking towards this giant, massive ship. In the distant fog, as you see it clear as you're moving closer and closer to it, you can see it is something that is going to be difficult for just 15 people to be able to, well, 14, 13 and a half people to be able to manage. You can see it kind of looms in the distance. You see there's this odd sort of like It looks like a very it's hard because it's nighttime, but it looks like a very dark wood ship, except that you can see almost like as if it's reflecting off the water, this silvery sort of substance that seems to kind of almost like encase around it, like it's like almost like glittering in certain places. There's a good portion that, like, I'd say for most of you as you're walking out to, like, the idea of like, okay, it must be behind the ship, or it must be like whatever, like that's the level of how big this thing is. But eventually, no, you guys are just walking up, and then there's a certain point where you see Daphne kind of just pause and just stands on deck and just stands there right as the right below where the walkway would be to get on board. You see her just stand there.
I think Gwen would lean over to Alistair and say, "We should have hired some deckhands."
Yes,
And then
I can see that now.
then walk up to the ship.
You see with a noticeably quick movement, you see her like kind of take a step forward to block your way, Gwen, and go, "Whoa, hey, shouldn't we wait for the captain?"
Right. Captain, we're waiting for you. Permission to board?
Captain's far behind you right now, so you're just
Oh, I
like just
thought
an
he
awkward
was-
moment where
okay.
you're just like waiting.
Yeah.
No, it was Daphne, you guys, Yori, and then them. So yeah.
I think Yori is probably on the ship. I think he probably sees a big fun ship that he hasn't been on, and he flies up there.
It's also very shiny.
And like to the
Okay.
to the top deck, it just starts running around looking at stuff.
Is the
You
ship
got-
magical?
I'd say you see a faint glimmer of magic on the ship for sure. It's very faint. And I'll say you notice that it looks to be. Actually, I'm going to message you what it looks like. But for the rest, you see this.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a
so
big boat.
cool.
So we'll
That's a
put,
great scene. Let's fight someone.
I'm sure we'll get to that.
We'll put Yori up
Random
on the ship
encounters,
now.
baby.
At this point, you see. So you guys are kind of like all on the deck, but there's Boaz. Boaz kind of like approaches the deck. Goes, "Oh, okay, yep. Wow.
How
All right.
long have you had this ship?
First day.
All right.
Well, I guess technically a couple days. Since wow. Okay.
Please,
What?
I'm sorry, Captain.
Yeah.
So your scroll only had 12 blank spaces. I accounted for
Okay.
15. 15 people will not man this vessel.
Yeah.
Yep. And how did you acquire this ship?
My grandmother died. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry to
What are you
hear about
guys
your
waiting
grandmother.
for?
Oh, okay.
Welcome
yeah, all right.
aboard.
So,
Yori?
the ship. Yeah. All right. Let's head on up then. And you guys climb aboard the ship. I'll get this little view so you guys can see. Maybe a
so
slightly better
beautiful.
view.
So
Dude.
beautiful.
So much tech.
So, as you all come on board the ship, I would like perception checks. As you guys are telling me what you're looking for.
Oh, that's some clickety clacks.
That's good.
And we don't have to wait. You can just shout it out.
11.
11. What are you looking for?
Oh, oars. He's looking for oars.
Oars.
That's how he thinks the ship moves. That's
Yep.
what he's looking for. He's running down
do
into
find-
the yeah.
Yeah, I would say you do find oars on a couple of lifeboats that are tied to the sides of the ship.
Mm.
With an 11, but that's pretty much all you see. I will say you notice that this the top deck of the ship looks pretty good. No big issues with it or anything like that. I'll say like as you're looking at places where you imagine the wind is not able to get to, you notice that there's a significant amount of dust.
Mm. When was the last time somebody was on this ship or cleaned it or lived in it?
I don't know. You see, as Boaz like kind of like goes up to the wheel and starts to kind of, wow. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in some time. But
You're doing a great job, and I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration just for funsies.
okay,
Aw.
you got
Because I feel like he really needs it.
Sure, I love it.
How long does that even last? 10 minutes. He's got 10
10
minutes to
minutes.
use bardic inspiration if he happens
Love
to
it.
use it.
Okay. Thank you, Swab.
I'm a monkey.
You're a monkey. That's right. Okay, right. I should probably get to know everybody's names. Okay, sorry. Let's. We're gonna explore the ship in a second. Just want to make sure I get everybody that we're noting on board. Okay, so you're Daphne, and Daphne just kind of like nods her head. Okay, great, awesome. First mate, which I just recently learned, quartermaster is actually first mate. I always thought I have been on ships a lot, but I just didn't know that. So, but that's fine. Yeah. So, Alistair, you're a quartermaster.
Yes, I am the quartermaster. Can I take this quick opportunity, Dia? Can I argue
Yeah.
for an investigation roll instead of a perception roll?
Absolutely.
In
yes.
that, awesome. So that makes that a 23. And I am looking for immediate ways to improve the speed and durability of this ship
Cool.
as an artificer.
Got it. Love it. As far as speed goes, I'm going to tell you, even with you said a 23.
Yeah.
With a 23, it's difficult. This is a big ship. You haven't seen it move yet. I'll say that's something you'll probably get as the ship kind of heads out. As far as durability, you actually notice that there's a significant amount of work that does need to be done on this ship. Just on the main deck, you see there's a good amount of like what I would say is like aesthetic damage. So there's not a lot of like structural damage stuff, but you imagine just seeing in the main deck what you see, you imagine below there's probably a lot worse. You might notice that the hull has been patched up. Eventually you'll notice the hull has been patched up with probably less than ideal materials. And I'll say with the 23, you do notice that it needs to be patched up from cannon fire.
Okay. Is Percy still around us?
Yeah, Percy's kind of making his way up to the deck, so he's probably just getting on deck now.
Sorry, Percival, yes?
Yeah, you can call him Percy.
Okay. So far from what I've gathered, you are assisting our captain in the complete acquisition of this vessel, correct?
Yeah, until you shove off.
Great. How would you like to improve the speed in which that happens?
say that. What's your name, son?
Alistair Samil.
Ah, Alistair, I am in no way, shape, or form in the lead here. I am just facilitating. This young chap is the leader.
I will step as close as I can to him without like physically touching him.
Cool.
Um,
It is a massive difference in height.
that's fine. I won't look up at him, but
Okay.
I will. Um, Mr. Percival, two things. Number one, I am not your son. Please do not refer to me that way. And two, if you would like to get back to your normal everyday life, I would appreciate it if you returned back to the main part of Celeste and found us at least another 10 to 15 crew members. Thank you. Or should I comb through the contract that you have to find out how to force you to do this?
Roll me an intimidation check. I'm gonna say straight roll. Oh my god.
Please have a plus to this. No.
Oh, no.
Awesome. That is a 12 again.
Cool. You see him take a full step back, bend down so that you are eye to eye.
Hmm.
Goes, you can look through any fucking contract you want to, son. I am not the captain, so I can do whatever I want with you if you talk to me like that again.
Sounds
Feel
good.
free to roll that wisdom saving throw, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's a 16 plus whatever my modifier is.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
17.
So I think you maintain. I will say in the realm of this, go ahead and roll me an insight check along with it because it wasn't bad.
That's a 15.
15. With a 15, you you get a very interesting sort of vibe from this man. As someone who is, I rolled for it just in case, just to see how close you got, but as someone who is quite literally impervious to intimidation.
Got it.
As the old pirate looking death in the face, most likely several times in his life.
I definitely think I return the eye contact, smile, and turn around. Gwen, have you, how are you finding the ship?
So Gwen rolled a straight up 0 for perception. So she's just fascinated by the shininess of it. It's so
Okay.
shiny.
Cool. Is there any specific area that you're
She
looking at? I
was
know
specifically interested in what might be causing the sheen, but I think she's just like getting lost in the sparkles under the stars. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
think
been a
you
long
probably
day.
yeah, you run your hand along like the side of the and you feel it seems to kind of come off on your fingers a little bit. It's almost like it is like a glittery type of like paint or something, but it doesn't seem to like wipe away from the area that you like pushed or smudged or whatever.
Yeah. So I think she's probably just like, running it through her fingers when Alistair comes over. What? Sorry?
Uh, the ship. How are you? Hey, you finding everything nicely?
It's a ship. I know so much about ships. Expert carpenter, remember?
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to need your help on that. Um, there are a lot of repairs. Would you like me to point them out to you, or?
Alistair, I think we both know you're going to have to do that.
Yep, I know. Quick advice. The lawyer gentleman over there, he is very intimidating.
Really?
Yes. However, I really like him as a
Are you going to give
person.
him a button, Alistair?
Why I was hoping you could tell me what kind of button that would be.
Well, how do you like him? Do you want to be near him, or do you want to be like him? Do you want to impress him?
I, I want to be able to use his services if I ever need to, and let him know that.
So,
Yep.
first, maybe we phrase that differently. But that sounds like a friendship sort of button. You would like to be able to call upon him for help and assistance in a situation that you feel you can't control or have a handle on.
That's friendship.
That
Is
can
it?
be
Can
part
there
of
be like a?
friendship.
Can there be a fourth button category that is like transactional?
Yes. That is a fourth category. That
just like
should
a
be
gold
very
coin?
clear and even more upfront than the other types of buttons. Think of it like a contract button. Read the fine print.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
I promise for now. Um, in a scenario that may have occurred, if I had tried to intimidate him into a course of action and was instead intimidated, what is the duration of time to wait to offer a friendship or transactional button?
How long was your entire transaction from start to finish?
30 seconds, including the glare.
I would give it
that
at least 30 seconds. I would give it at least 30 minutes, if not a full day.
uh,
Or alternately, if you want to show that you're not that intimidated, 30 seconds. An equal amount of time.
turns around, walks right back over to the lawyer.
Yes.
Would you like a I would like to offer you a retainer for future services. And as a placeholder, here is a transactional button.
No, thank you.
He said no.
Up front, that's actually very positive.
A friendship button.
Persuasion check.
Behind
Oh my
him,
God.
Gwen is just.
16.
I was gonna say
16.
Gwen is giving this guy the stink eye
Okay.
behind Alistair's back. She's being scary dog.
He is
right now.
unintimidatable.
I'm gonna say
It's Gwen.
I'm-
She doesn't care.
I'm gonna say Gwen. Yeah, Gwen, roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah, so I got the 16.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Awesome.
28.
Awesome.
So it's persuasion.
I thought it
Roll
was
this
very
dice.
clear, and I. Give me the fucking button.
And then just the biggest smile in his direction.
As soon as I headed to, I turn around and see Gwen smiling. I'm like,
Nope.
yes.
Yeah, good job. You did great.
Thanks.
All right. Captain Boaz, is there anything that you'll be needing as far as advice or anything else for the crew? I guess no, not for now. I think everybody, as long as everything looks okay structurally wise, I think we could probably set sail So we could set sail tomorrow. And I was thinking what might be best for the crew is that we all just kind of, we rest here tonight and just, kind of get the feeling for the ship and just, maybe we'll, some of us can like stay up and just like kind of get an idea of uh where everybody's from. We could do it as like a drinking game or something.
Mr. Clearwood could play on his lute for us.
Fantastic. Mr. Alistair, Quartermaster Alistair, thank you very much for even suggesting. That's fantastic. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think that we will take, since there are 6 of us, we'll take the big cabin here on the deck. And
You haven't gone down below yet. So I will say if you point to like where the captain's quarter is, because
Yep.
Oh yeah, sorry. I do have to. I'm so sorry. I do have to kind of put my foot down here on this. That is the captain's quarters, and as I'll probably just be living on the ship. Well, sorry, not living on the ship because I have a life outside of here. But while I'm here, I'll be living on the ship. So this is where I'll be on the ship in here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we like pirates or like regular ship people?
Hey, cool. Yep. So no, that's a great question. No, we are honest sailors that are going to be. You see, I think Gwen, because you've kind of like caught eye with Percy a couple times. You see Percy's like has a giant smile on his face, like
I was
full on
just
laughing
going to
at that.
ask,
Yeah.
like, this guy looks like he is Pirate McPirate, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
100%.
Pirate McPirate to a T.
Yeah.
I would say
She's
you get the feeling retired at this point, but yeah.
Cool. I love him.
Okay. Yeah. So great question. We're going to be as straight laced as they come, at least, for this crew and for every crew that I'm a part of. Yeah, great question. Any other questions? Actually, we should probably check out the rest of the ship, but yeah, go ahead.
We should. I'm just I respect your complete throwing off of superstitions, and I think that is fantastic.
Superstitions.
Well, yes, you just acquired the ship, correct?
Yes.
So on your first evening aboard the ship, it's by some folk. And Yori, please, I know you are masterful with fantastic stories from all around the world. However, on the first night, it's usually considered bad luck for the captain to sleep in his quarters. That's why I apologize for assuming that they would be open. So I do apologize.
Yeah, no, okay. You see, like he looks at Percival. Percival just kind of like just the smallest like head shake at that. It's good. Yeah, I appreciate the offer, Mr. Quartermaster, but I am very. I'll tell you this: I'm very adamant that the bitch queen will protect us all.
Do I know what that is?
Do any of us know?
I feel like Siobhan knows.
Can I
She's
roll
dealt
a
with
religion
pirates,
check?
Yeah.
Oh,
Io
yeah,
knows.
I think
Io
yeah,
knows.
Siobhan knows. Io definitely knows.
Io definitely knows.
I want to see if Nalani knows. Nalani, go ahead and roll me your religion. Everybody can roll your religion check.
Okay.
15.
I did want to say for like my perception check. If we're
Yeah.
gonna get to that later, we can wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Siobhan would have gone straight up into the riggings and like Harper taught her, started looking over the riggings and their status, well, trying to like avoid Donovan at all points. She's just up in the riggings, inspecting them, seeing the quality of the sail, if any riggings need a repair, that stuff. And I
Love
rolled
it.
a 22.
Okay, cool. With a 22, you see everything up top actually looks pretty good. You imagine that if there were whatever, I mean, as you guys would probably talk to each other, you imagine that whatever damage this ship has taken over time, the rigging is the first thing that's fixed. So it is it looks to be in actually relatively pretty good condition. And I will say, like, as you're going up there looking at that, you do notice that Gruff and Donovan are both coming back with a what looks to be a very large cargo container that is on wheels. There's like a kind of like pulled like almost like a wheelbarrow type of thing.
She's gonna come down to the lowest mast that's above the group and kind of lay on it on her back, like trying to look casual with her hood up so she can still hear the conversation, but she's still like hidden from Donovan for now.
Okay, love it. Cool. Sorry. So I know Quartermaster Alistair handled all this, but Mr. Alistair, who is that? And points right up at Siobhan.
That is
She was Kara last you saw her.
Kara. That is Kara.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
Which
Apologies.
I met him.
You did as the redhead.
Yeah, and I'm
You're
the redhead
blonde,
right
right?
now.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were blonde.
But no, I just have my hood up.
Okay.
Yeah, we decided
Gotcha,
that she
gotcha.
wasn't yet. She decided she wasn't going to do that.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I was saying at this point is right when Donovan and Gruff comes up. All right, we have food. Hopefully, everybody likes bananas and banana bread and banana-based things. As he passes by you, Alistair, he drops 12 gold in your hand.
You took your share?
I figured we would handle on the back end.
Sounds great. The captain has decided that we will be remaining aboard the ship tonight for a team building event. Would you be able to put together something special for tonight?
Hey, no, Io, it's okay. Io, it's okay. At this point, Io is going ballistic because, as any sailor knows, bananas are a bad omen on boats. Nalani's like, Io, calm down. Io's like, but no, don't put the bananas on the boat.
Okay. All right. Are we? Do I need to take the bananas off? I didn't know that was even a superstition.
I personally enjoy bananas, but maybe you take the remaining gold and buy a minimum of a 6 gold bottle of wine and return whatever is left over, if there is anything left over, back to myself.
Okay.
I apologize. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. I just have to set up a whole fucking kitchen by the time we can. You see him just grumbling as he's like kind of continues to push the cars. You
What
see
he has to
Donovan
set up
kind
is
of
just making bananas. How many things can you make out of bananas?
You don't know how long it's been since that kitchen's been used. You see Donovan kind of comes back and goes, "Don't worry, quartermaster. I'll make sure that it's handled." And just kind of like follows after Gruff. You see Gruff go down, like passes by Io, who's freaking out, and passes by, goes down the ladder, and you don't see him for about 30 seconds, and then you see him just calmly come back up. All right. Nope. 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 Walks by you. Nope.
Oh, no. No,
No. I didn't know. Maybe it's bananas. Maybe it's well, whatever. But we have company downstairs, and nope, no. I'm good.
I'm
You
going
said you
in.
needed that wine. You figure it out. I'll come back.
Siobhan
if
would
the-
definitely misty step next to Yori and go in because she's not going to let Yori go in alone.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds exciting. So he's definitely rushing into wherever that is.
Okay.
And she
You got
misty
it.
steps so that she didn't have to expose herself to Donovan at any point.
He's probably
Okay.
like wrapped up in the like sleeping bag that like he was
There's
dragged in over here.
No,
Just like,
Donovan.
No,
not
no,
the-
oh, Donovan, not
not
the,
the-
okay,
yeah,
not
yeah.
not fingers. Okay,
I think Fingers is fully falling asleep right now.
that's fine.
so,
That's good for him.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's like a scene of like of Siobhan just appearing on the other side of the Jesus, the box. I can't think of words. The crate.
Deck.
Like just expertly like avoiding contact right when Donovan kind of comes into view. Yeah. But I'll be off the ship for at least an hour. So good luck, Captain. Sorry, but it's just bad. And just walks off.
What do
Cap-
Yori and I find?
Captain, do you have other people on the boat?
Percival, do we have other people on the boat?
Gwen's
Sorry,
gonna send
that's-
Houston with them so she
Nice.
can look down and see without going down. fully.
Cool. You got it. All right. So Siobhan and Yori, you guys are down below. As you get below deck, it's already dark, as it's getting dark now. So as you go below deck, you notice that there's no torches lit here. There's no, obviously there's nothing. So right now it is just utter darkness.
Goggles.
Yeah, cool. Put the goggles on. For that, you still see it is still relatively difficult to see down here. You immediately get hit with a smell of something rotting. Give me perception checks.
Ooh, Houston has advantage on these because it's for smell.
Shit, we haven't leveled. I was gonna say divine sense, but we haven't leveled up yet.
Nope, not yet.
That's only a 10 for me.
Houston rolled the 23.
I'm gonna roll at disadvantage, I think, because I don't have dark vision. So.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, actually, oh yeah, it's on smell though. He's smelling.
It's on
What,
smell.
what does he smell?
What'd you
Fairies
get?
don't have
What did
dark
Houston
vision?
get?
Fairies don't.
No, I don't think so.
It's like changelings. It's
like,
weird that a
yeah.
lot of the Fae don't have dark vision, but
It's like
fairies.
so many races
changelings.
do, but yeah.
That's a weird line to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
So while you're doing that, what did Houston get?
He got a 21.
21. So Houston immediately just kind of like meow, over at the corner of the immediate room that you guys are at, where you see there is a couple of crates that are kind of off to the side that seem to be the source of the smell.
He's just gonna meow until Siobhan or Yori go over because he's a cat. He can't open crates.
Are there torches in the room? I know you said they're not lit, but are there just torches in the room?
I'll say, what'd you roll for perception?
10. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can't light a flame with thaumaturgy. You can only brighten it. You need prestidigitation to light it.
Yeah, I don't think you find a torch down
Uh huh. Okay. Hmm.
If you guys tell Houston that you need Gwen, she could come down.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I was looking at my spells. I was thinking, like, I was looking for a specific spell.
Dancing lights?
I don't have it prepared. I have guidance message.
I'm
Spare
just
the
gonna
giant
take out a
thaumaturgy.
torch and use a torch.
Yeah,
I
we
have a
just-
torch.
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
gosh.
use a regular torch.
We just went
I
over
have that
your
too.
flint striking skills.
Yeah, I
You
can
did.
do
I
that.
did back
I'm just gonna
this.
use a regular old non-magic torch.
Oh no, I don't
In an
like the. Are you
enclosed
sure?
space.
That's what I'm gonna do. You could use
Yeah, no.
a boat isn't like dry tinder that just explodes if you have a fire next to it.
No, I was thinking.
Well, it
I was
depends.
thinking more about
Depends
the
on how
smoke
bad
inhalation.
that.
It
Yeah.
This one.
kind of is. It kind of is.
Well, I don't know shit about boats.
Up on top, Gwen would tell the others that there's something that smells really bad, but they don't know what it is yet. because
So you're
that's
just
what she would
yelling
know
down.
through Houston. But
Okay,
she doesn't hear anything you say back to her because she's deaf and blind.
How are you? Sorry, specifically, how are you
She's
telling the
telling-
rest of the?
She's
Party.
telling them with her words, but she can't hear anything that they say back.
So you're just yelling down there.
No, I'm yelling to Alistair and Nalani and Io what I'm seeing.
Yelling
Oh,
up,
okay,
I guess,
gotcha.
if you're down, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so you're not.
I mean, we can smell the rot.
Because you're seeing through your
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, and
okay,
he only
yeah.
smells. He doesn't see any better than they do in the dark because
Well.
for some reason cats don't have dark vision in D&D.
That's another thing that bothers me. But yes,
But
Yeah,
they
me
have
too.
the
we sent the 3 beings without dark vision downstairs.
Does anyone remember the word for the thing that they have behind their eyes that's reflective? That something acidum lucidum or something like that.
No
It's a
idea.
reflective
I have
surface. That's why I
no
can see it. But that's also why they see worse because the light bounces around more, so they get more light, but they can't focus as much. So it's kind of the trade-off.
There you go.
It's something like tacitum lucidum, something like that.
All right, what are you guys
Made
doing?
him impressive.
I'm lighting a torch, and if I light the torch and that's light, then I get a 19 on perception. If I don't have a torch and I don't have light, then I get a 3 on perception. So or
I'm
5.
Continuing to walk towards the smell of rot because I rolled a 10.
You got it. I'm gonna say, Yori, when you light the torch, you see it light up and immediately go out.
Then I get a 5 for perception, and also, is it very clear that that's like clear to me that like that's the sort of like magical? That's not a natural effect of it. Like I didn't just light it poorly or something, or is it like
I assume you've lit a torch before, but you're not sure
Right.
what did that.
Right. Okay. I mean, then I'm gonna try to light it again. If I don't know, then I'm gonna assume like, I must have just messed it up, or like there was wind or something. So I'm gonna try and light it one more time. And I'm assuming it goes out.
Somewhere in all this, I can tell you that Alistair and the captain are making their way down.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, I would say the captain definitely wants to know what's going on below deck. So yeah, I would say once you start to make your way, they will follow suit for sure.
Once again, as I get down there, do I see anything magical?
I'm gonna need a perception check on that, or an Arcana check. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, sweet. 19 plus 11. 30.
Jesus.
Expertise.
Oh yeah, baby.
I love magic. What can I say?
Love it. So yeah, you see that there is the entire like area around here seems to be like thick with a you're almost actually able to have sight of everything around you because it all seems to be covered in this very like deep it's
Matrix
a
vision.
cross between deep and light green, almost like a
Yes.
sick green.
No.
Uh,
The minute
So-
I see that, I'm shouting for
Siobhan's
Gwen.
been creeping closer this
So-
whole time.
wherever
Okay.
the I'm sorry, Gwen's pet, Gwen's familiar is
Houston.
down like
Houston.
in there. Houston.
Yeah, he's probably
Wait, Houston's
curled
still
up
an
around
owl
your
because you haven't
shoulders.
changed him yet.
If-
So
Yeah,
do owls
he's
have
just-
higher perception?
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah,
That
I think
would've
owls
been-
have dark vision.
Owls
If-
actually do have dark vision. It would have been the same roll because it's still a +3.
Well,
And he also has advantage on perception checks.
if he's in there, I'm casting fairy fire centered on him.
Centered on Houston.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You got it.
Each
Yeah,
object, so every object within a 20-foot cube is outlined in blue, green, violet light, and then glows with affected creatures shed dim light for 10-foot radius.
Okay. So you hit that fairy fire in that area where where we're kind of locating you right there. Nothing. I mean, besides the crates and everything.
Seeing the green glow, I will tell Gwen, or through Houston, we need you down here. Bring Nalani.
Yeah. Gwen will
And
come
Io.
out, shove Nalani and Io ahead of her down the stairs. She's no dummy.
But like, can I kind of see down there now, or does the fairy fire like go out in some way?
Can you read me what the spell does?
Sure.
Wait, so you just shoved Nalani and Io down the stairs in front of you?
Of course. She's saying they need our help. Let's go.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light.
Only
It's going to be violet. Any creature in the area, when the spell is cast, is also outlined in light if it fails the dexterity throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. So every object affected also sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. And then if it's a creature, any attack roll, unaffected creature has advantage.
So
How's Siobhan feeling about the rotting room suddenly glowing purple around her after she almost died by Hothir like 8 hours ago?
It's
I
a
would say
nice
that's-
violet, all right? It's
that's-
violet.
Violet is very much
Shade
the
of my
shade.
eyes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say wisdom saving throw, right?
Oh, this goes bad.
But also, on top of that, Yori.
hmm
Oh yeah, baby. Give me 1 second.
And does Nalani roll? I have night vision.
Yeah, she's
I
not
need a-
shoving them
I need
into
a-
the room, just, ahead of her.
I'll
in
be,
the
I'll be
door
honest
saying
with you
they need
guys.
help.
Like, you're now able to get an idea of what's happening in the room here on this because of Alistair's perception of that. So we'll say, like, we could keep rolling the perception checks on this, but eventually you're going to have a somewhat of an idea of what the area is going to look like. So we can move on from that, honestly. But what I will say is that for Yori, I need a charisma saving throw, please.
All right.
Yep.
I will say because Siobhan was moving forward while Yori was hanging back, she'd probably be a lot closer to those crates.
Okay, I am going to use inspiration to re-roll that nat one. And I get a 9, so it's great. I'm doing great on charisma saving throws. At least it's not a nat
boy.
1.
You got it.
Bard.
Yeah, right? Should be able to, I do have charisma, but, it's only a +3, so.
So I will say, Alistair, what you notice, and what we'll say that you can tell the party as we move along through this, is you notice that there is what looks to be like a bar sort of area in the immediate vicinity of where you are coming down the stairs. So I'd say about certainly like 15 feet away from the crates. So way far enough from where that where that blast was affected. But um, you hear or sorry, excuse me, you see that bar, and you see that there are bottles and like little like glasses that are lined up, and you notice that at the very end of the bar, one of the glasses, you hear, everybody hears the sound of breaking glass, but you see the glass just tip over.
No one touch anything. Stand still for just a minute. Gwen, can or Siobhan or Io, can any of you see creatures normally not seen?
So Siobhan is a lot further in the room because she said she was walking forward when Yori stopped. Joe?
You were looking at the crates, correct?
She's walking forward towards the crates.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 7 on my wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to say that's up to you how you react on that. What you're reacting to is the fear. I would say, condition-wise, I would say that you could probably be under the fear condition, with no clear representation of what direction.
Okay. She's definitely afraid right now because she's going right back to the moment that happened this morning or last night or a year ago. We're not sure. Time's weird. And then she hears Alistair's voice behind her.
Oh boy.
She's gonna bolt to the other side of the room.
Yep, bad things.
Also,
To the other side of the room, like opposite side of the
Opposite side of Alistair. She's running away from Alistair's voice.
Okay.
Yori says, "The words of one who has strayed far from the light. I am a vessel of shadows, a soul adrift in the void between worlds. You, too, now walk this perilous path. I implore you, please turn back now, while there is still a chance to find solace beyond these accursed walls. This place is not meant for the living. It is a sanctuary of restless spirits, and your presence disturbs the delicate balance. Should you choose to press on, know that the consequences will be dire. I cannot control the darkness that courses through me, and its hunger is insatiable. It seeks to consume, to snuff out the feeble light that clings to your souls. Consider this a plea from one who knows the depths of despair. Seek sanctuary elsewhere, and perhaps you may find salvation. But here, in this wretched place, you will find only suffering and sorrow."
Siobhan, give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Okay. And she would have been full bolt, so it would have been a 90-foot movement.
Okay.
If she can move that far.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both a 15, and it's a saving throw for dex, so that's a 22.
22. Cool. Awesome. With a 22, you are able to get that far. You half of 15. 7 points of force damage as you are pushed as if almost like a gust of wind has shoved you into the side of this boat. You feel yourself kind of like crunch against the wood, and you're able to keep yourself from falling prone. You take 7 points of force damage.
She can't tell if she's being beaten by Hothir again, if it's back in the hotel room with Eldrin's gust of wind. She is having a moment.
Like, you need a vacation so bad.
So
She's
A
also not healed from
cruise.
the last fight.
She needs a cruise.
Yeah.
so I think out from, well, I don't care. The bottom of Alistair's pants leg, you'll see Gear, my little raccoon,
Mhm.
run over towards Siobhan. You're still standing, correct? Right, you didn't go.
Yeah.
I think with the 22, I'm still standing. Yeah.
Cool. I think as he runs up, he will climb up her leg up onto her shoulder and give her a nice little touch, and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Can he
I
reach
will
me?
I'll allow you to get to her, but I need to know what the AC of Gear is.
Of course. Give me 2 seconds, sir. His AC is 13.
Cool. He takes 12 points of force damage. I'll say right as soon as he's able to touch the pant leg.
Okay. Well, in that instance, then he just falls over.
For the rest of you, I think you see there's like another a rather large jug that seems to be of an unknown substance goes smashing down right next to Siobhan. You see Gear is broken in pieces, and the liquid inside is like just and it's going out and probably spreading out along the ground. I think this is a good place to call it, honestly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say in the eerie sort of night, you see the up above, you see the sunset kind of just go all the way down. You hear a rustling sort of sound at the top of the deck as you see all of a sudden a sleeping bag kind of open and fingers. Where is everybody? Hello? It just zooms out. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. Bye, guys.